thing is not showing? How come my thing is not showing? The computer's being silly. But I've got to get something really fast because I just took my vitamins and I'm feeling like I'm going to vomit. So I'm going to have to run here probably in just a second. But I'll be right there. I'm still here. I'm just going to run and get something so that I don't vomit. You know? Yeah, no, yeah, no. Here's the truth train coming down the tracks. Coming down the tracks. Someone said the truth train coming down the track. Okay. Oh my goodness. So, okay. Let me make sure that you can hear me. Can you hear? Nothing's wrong. I took my vitamins. And if I don't eat something after them, I will get sick. Hi, Isabel. Hi, Dip on the Move. Hi, Joe Glover. Sean Sneed, Backdoor. Melissa Hart. Sandra, Love and Laughter. Mary Lynn. Clover Crow, Jay Quinn. Is it Jennifer McCain? Marcy, Mary Rose, Gianna, Janine, Snow Remover, Alicia, Rhonda Blackburn. Haven't seen you in a long time. How are you? Move to. Okay. Well. Truth Train is on time. And it's going along fine. We're very, very happy so far with truth being delivered. A lot of people are seeing the truth that didn't see the truth because the real things were deleted. And then when they were put up, the people that put up the stuff were like either given a false apology so that they would take it down, or they were blackmailed or whatever. But this time, the truth tsunami, as some like to call it, is coming in. And it's about darn time. It's about time. Okay. It feels good. I am not going to lie. It feels really good after all this time that people are finally seeing. Because I didn't realize so many people had no idea. And it feels very good. So Jimmy said the same thing. It feels good. It feels good. Okay, because it was like something was like crazy wrong that everything was always taken down when the truth was to be shown. But now it's shown. Now there's no turning back. It's already been shown out so many times, more than it ever has in the past. And it's a great thing. So very happy about that. We're going to go over headlines, and the other thing, I'll tell you something as it relates to that, what goes on behind the scenes. Yeah. there's more and more with that's going on, and that's going to be exposed as well. That is going to be exposed, and not even the ones that I told you about. There's more. Wait, there's more. And there's a whole ring, if you will, that likes to go around a certain case. And they tell you they're delivering truth bombs. They're not truth bombs. They're not truth bombs. But more on that to come. Anyway, let's go along here. More on that to come. Just don't let anyone make a fool of you. That's what I'm going to say. And I'll leave you with that. Don't let anyone make a fool of you. Where's the thing here? All right, let me just get over here to my studio. All right, so we're on here, so I must have just did that. That's good. All right. All right, so let me push that. We'll look at the true crime headlines, and then we will go on. What do you mean by that, Mary? What do you mean? Who encourages it? Who's encouraging what? Not sure what you mean by that. We'll have more. More is coming. A lot more is coming. Today, I worked on the databases. Could not believe what I found. Like I said, I have been collecting the evidence of this for a long time, and what I found is some interesting stuff that is going to shed light to the people that say they had never seen this. Okay, I mean, some of you, most of you, probably already know everything that about what's going on, but for people that were shocked on those channels that posted that very disturbing video, there were a few people that were genuinely shocked and said, gosh, I never knew any of this. So those people are going to be like really shocked when it comes out. But the hypocrisy of the words that will be released. Okay, you'll see a lot, and it's coming. It's coming. The other thing is the other thing that's coming is also some point related to that. There are some really bad things going on. So we'll be pointing it out. Okay. I think the climate is ready to change here. Things cannot go on, and people cannot be lying about certain things. So we'll get to that. Let's go to some real stuff that's going on. I hope Scooter comes in today. Okay, so here's a very weird case, okay? This is out of South Carolina. Did you guys hear about this? Okay. You might not have. So there's a very prominent family in South Carolina, and now they just found out. Here, I'll show you this. Okay. Here's the son and the mother that were shot to death, okay? Now, again, this is a very prominent South Carolina family, and they've long been a part of the state's legal community. Alex Murdoch was an attorney at a powerful law firm that bears his name, okay? And the shooting death of 22-year-old Paul Murdoch, who you see right there, and his 52-year-old mother, Maggie Murdoch, is what was discovered at the family's hunting lodge, okay? And what they think now is that the son was targeted and the mother was collateral damage. Well, why? Why would the son be targeted? He's targeted because there was a boating accident. And let me tell you a little bit about this boating accident, okay? And it killed a 19-year-old girl. So let me get something right here, okay? So there's shock waves through South Carolina that two of the Murdochs, this very powerful legal family was found shot to death on June 7th. So the 22-year-old son was charged for the 2019 boat crash that killed a young woman. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. So just hang on, because this is a very strange thing that's going on. So they were thrust, this Murdoch family was thrust into the spotlight in February of 2019. Mallory Beach was the 19-year-old that was killed during this boat crashed. And 3 felony charges were filed against Paul Murdoch, the young man you see there, okay? Now, in the time since the crash, the community still paid quiet attention to the upcoming criminal trial and lawsuits filed. Then, on Monday, June 7th, these two were found shot to death. And now what's going on? So there's a lot of questions now about what happened in the last 2.5 years since this young woman died in this boat crash. Now here's a little more about the boat crash. On February 23rd, 2019, at around 7 p.m., there were 6 friends, and they ranged in age from 18 and 20. They ranged in age from 18 to 20. And included this young man over here, okay? And the young woman who lost her life. And they went on a 17-foot sea hunt boat that was docked on property owned by the Murdoch family, and it was known as the Island on Chacheesy Creek. Now, during the next few hours, the group made multiple stops, including they went to an oyster roast on Pawkey Island, and then they went to Beaufort Henry C. Chambers Waterfront Park. And the court documents filed say that the friends drank alcohol throughout the night. Let me see if I can get the... Okay, so they were they were drinking a lot of alcohol, okay? Now at about 2:30 a.m., so remember they started at about 7 p.m., 2:30 a.m., the speedboat driven by Murdoch, according to what one of the boaters told the police, crashed into a piling by the bridge over Archer's Creek near Paris Island. All 6 of them were ejected off the boat. And they had a horrific scene. So one friend called 911 while still screaming out for Beach, the girl. And another jumps back into the river searching for her as others sit nearby crying in pain from their own injuries. 10 minutes later, at about 2:40 a.m., police began arriving on the scene. Now, there was confusion with the 911 dispatcher about where the incident happened, and there was thick fog that made it really hard to see. Even with their flashlights, it was very hard to see, and they searched for Mallory Beach, the 19-year-old, okay? And it continued as an investigation into what caused the crash. So an ambulance came at 3:19 a.m. Let me put up another picture up here, and this is going to be a picture of here. I think we've once talked about this case. Hold on a minute. Okay. So that's RC Berkeley Bridge. And in the early morning hours of January 24th, 2019, with heavy fog, the boat struck the pilings on the narrow opening and killed Mallory Beach. She was thrown from the boat. Everyone was thrown from the boat, okay? So 3:19, an ambulance comes and takes 3 people back, including Mr. Murdoch there, okay, to the hospital. Now, one police report says that Murdoch was acting uncooperative and almost aggressive towards the EMS personnel. But by the time a South Carolina Department of Natural Resources officer arrived, Murdoch's father and grandfather showed up. And they told the officers that they are lawyers. Officials later tell a reporter from the state that the Murdochs will stop all interviews and prevent sobriety tests. At 4:50 a.m., it was still a massive confusion around it, and the young beach woman was still missing. So a man with the Beaufort Water Search and Rescue asked Beaufort County Dispatch, does anybody know where this accident actually occurred? They were getting all conflicting stories, and he wanted to talk to whoever called in the 911 so they could find out exactly where the boat hit and where the young lady flew out of so they can search for her better. Well, around noon the next day, there was a story in the newspaper about the crash, as more than 20 of Beach's family members and friends sat on the causeway near the base of the RC Berkeley Bridge. There were boats, divers, and helicopters from local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies searching. 6 p.m., the first day of searching for the young woman hit nightfall. Okay? Get over here. Then they couldn't, let's see. So she was not found until March 3rd. March 3rd at 1:20 p.m. Volunteers found a body in a marshy area of the river, and that body was later identified as Ms. Beach, Mallory Beach. Okay, and I'm just going to put up a picture here. Oops, come here. Hold on one sec. Okay. So on March 7th of 2019, the family had the funeral for Mallory Beach, and more than 500 people came together at the Open Arms Fellowship Church in Hampton for her funeral. The Reverend said, "She went early, she went young. She loved her family, she loved her friends, she loved her rescued pets. I'm blown away by the legacy this teen woman leaves behind." Now, in March of 2019, Mallory Beach's mother, Renee, filed a wrongful death suit in Hampton County, and multiple defendants were named in there, including members of the Murdoch family, but not Paul and Parker's 55, a convenience store in Renee Beach, where she alleged that minors obtained alcohol from the night before the crash. On April 18th of 2019, on what would have been Mallory Beach's 20th birthday, a Beaufort County grand jury directly indicts Paul Murdoch on the felony criminal charges, one of boating under the influence causing death and 2 counts of boating under the influence causing injury. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Here's a photo from court. Okay. And so on July 29th of 2019, Paul Terry Murdoch, that young man right there, had his bond modified to allow him to travel more freely throughout the state, and a trial date was never set. September of 2019, the Philadelphia Indemnity Insurance files a suit in federal court asking the court to relieve the company of financial responsibilities for any claims by Paul Murdoch's father and brother. Now, Renee Beach also is named in the suit. February 24th of 2020 was the first anniversary of the fatal crash. Family and friends continued to visit Mallory Beach's grave, leaving fresh flowers, balloons, memorial stones, and photos, among other things. On February 2nd of 2021, the latest court filings in the insurance lawsuit were filed. It's yet to be resolved. Now, June 4th, so much stuff happens on my birthday revolving around, I'm telling you, so many dates. I don't know what it is with June 4th. 2021, the latest court filings in the wrongful death suit filed by Renee Beach. Mediation in the trial failed, so the suit seems likely to go to trial. But then 3 days later, Paul Murdoch and his mother Maggie are shot to death around 9 p.m. to 9:30 p.m., according to the coroner. Paul's dad and Maggie's husband, Alex Murdoch, discovered the bodies. And June 8th, the news of this shocking tragedy in the prominent legal family spreads throughout South Carolina and the nation, and there were questions about conspiracies surrounding the violent shooting spiral. Now, as for the criminal charges against Paul Murdoch, the South Carolina Attorney General spokesperson said, "We obviously cannot proceed with the prosecution. So once we have a death certificate or other acceptable proof, we will officially dismiss the charges." Now, there is a statement in here from the family, because I read that before, so hang on. Paul was shot in the upper body and head with a shotgun, and his mother Maggie appeared to have been killed with an assault rifle. Paul pled not guilty and the charges were eventually dropped, but a civil lawsuit remained pending. In a written statement, the Beach family, who are the plaintiffs in the civil lawsuit, expressed sympathy for the Murdochs. And this is what they said, and I quote, "Having suffered the devastating loss of their own daughter, the family prays that the Murdochs can find some level of peace from this tragic loss. They would like the family and the community to know that their thoughts and continued prayers are with the Murdochs." Now, Randolph Murdoch III, Paul's grandfather, died this week as well, 3 days after the killings from apparent natural causes at the age of 81 years old. So there's no information at all about who did this, okay? Just that the son might have been a target, but there's nothing talking about who might have done this. Now, I want to look at investigators are pursuing all leads, and the state is considering the ramifications of dropping the charges from a previous criminal investigation. So there, as of Saturday morning, no suspects or arrests in the case had been publicly announced. But law enforcement is staying very tight-lipped about other details, so they might have something in the works. Now I'm going to show you. This is the family property on which they were killed. And it was like a hunting cabin compound. And the SLED spokesperson, Tommy Crosby, said, based on the evidence found, they do not believe that there's a danger to the public. And the Murdoch law firm released a statement about the deaths on its Facebook page, okay, which said, the Murdoch family and PMPED wishes to thank everyone for the many calls and condolences in the aftermath of the deaths of Maggie and Paul Murdoch. We ask for your continued patience and prayers through this tragic time. Please contact law enforcement should you have any information that may be important. Okay, I'm just looking at this. So there were autopsies performed on both Paul and Maggie at the Medical University of South Carolina in Charleston. Despite the 3 felony charges against Paul Murdoch being dismissed because of his death, the criminal investigation into the 2019 Beaufort County boat crash will remain active, says the South Carolina Attorney General's office spokesperson, Robert Kittle. Sources familiar with the investigation confirm that one avenue investigators are pursuing is the likelihood that Paul Murdoch was targeted while his mother was killed because she happened to be there by happenstance. Paul was shot in the head and upper body with a shotgun, while Maggie was killed with what appears to be an assault rifle. And then on Friday, June 11th, hundreds of people attended a celebration of life for Paul and Maggie Murdoch and at the Hampton Cemetery on Holly Street. And here's a photo of the family. It's taken from social media. So that's it. That's it. So I mean, I don't know what you guys think, or if you guys, any of you that are down in that area, if you've heard anything about that connection there. But that's yeah, that's unfortunate on all accounts. Prayers and thoughts for everyone. All right, let's see what else we have here. Now, a real Gone girl who was accused by investigators of having something to do with her abduction has been vindicated. Denise Huskins and her now husband, Aaron Quinn, would automatically wake up at 3 a.m., the precise moment an armed man burst into their bedroom some 6 years ago. The horrifying violation triggered a chain of soul-crushing events. Six years ago. So this happened 6 years ago, okay? They're healing slowly, but the couple remain traumatized not only by their home invasion, but because Denise was abducted and SA'd. Law enforcement went on to name Quinn as the prime suspect in the case. If that weren't enough, upon her release, she was accused of fabricating her kidnapping. And the press gave her a label of Gone Girl, which referenced the arch-villain who faked her own disappearance in the best-selling 2012 novel and smash movie, right? And so I quote when she said, "When my attorney told me they were calling me Gone Girl in the headlines, I asked, is that a good thing?" She added that she had never seen the film. And then I realized what they meant, and it was just so insulting. Now Denise and Aaron have put the record straight in their new book. So they have a new book now, and it's called Victim F, From Victims to Suspects to Survivors, and it's out now. They got married in 2018. They have a 14-month-old daughter, Olivia. And in this book, they describe each stage and all the suffering that went on before they were proven innocent. They use the term Victim F, and the F stands for female. It was chosen as part of the book title because the FBI investigation used it somewhat as a dehumanizing code word for Denise. So back to what happened on March 23rd, 2015, they were sleeping and they were disturbed by the sound of at least one intruder that broke into their home in Vallejo, California. They said that someone shouted, "Wake up, this is a robbery." Recalling her terror in the memoir, Denise noted the way the most talkative criminal spoke, like a robot, as if he was trying to disguise his voice. "We are not here to hurt you. Lie face down," he said. They bound the couple with zip ties. They were forced to wear blacked-out goggles. They made them drink sedatives. Shortly before leaving with Denise, the ringleader, who Denise calls the Voice, played messages recorded in digitally altered speech, which claimed that Denise would be returned after 48 hours. There was another recording with the same synthesized tone that warned Aaron not to call the police, otherwise Denise would be murdered. So they packed Denise into the trunk of her boyfriend's car. And she was driven to a new destination several hours away where she was once again given another drug, and she was also SA'd. Denise was convinced she would be killed. She felt like she had to do what she could to remain as calm as possible, and she said that she was pretty much basically always on the edge of hysteria, and she thought she would never be returned. At one point, she just felt she was surely going to die, and she made peace with that. She said her goodbyes to the people in her life, and she started talking to her grandparents who had already passed away, saying, please show me the way if this is the end. And Aaron received an email from the kidnappers which demanded a ransom of $17,000. At that time, he decided to risk it and told the cops. He said that when he went to law enforcement, he felt they were hostile towards him right from the get-go, and they insisted that they found the story so far-fetched it could never be true. They asked him to strip so they could take naked photos of him. He was interrogated for 18 hours. He was given a lie detector test, and afterwards an officer scornfully remarked that he'd failed it miserably. I quote him as saying, and this is Aaron Quinn, I always thought police officers were there to protect the general public, but I found out how quickly the justice system can turn on you. The amount of pressure these professionals are trained to put on you is terrifying. They have sheer tunnel vision and absolute certainty that you are lying. Well, fortunately, at the end of 2 painful days, Denise was released. Even though the ransom had never been paid, she was dumped in her mother's neighborhood, which was about 400 miles south of Vallejo in Huntington Beach. So this person, this one of the intruder that she called the Voice, Denise had tried to build a rapport with him by encouraging them to talk in small talk. She tried to show, try to treat them as human beings, try to develop this rapport so that, so that they would feel for her. Following their instructions, she had to count backwards from 10 when they dropped her off, and she heard the vehicle drive away. When they drove away, she thought to herself, do I really get to live? Because she was let out of the car, her eyes were taped shut, and she kept thinking, do I really get to be free and see my family? Now, a few hours later, far from being welcomed by the police, she was threatened with criminal charges for staging a hoax. Now, is this the mother that was on the highway? Is this that mother? But she wasn't a mother then. Hold on. I'm wondering if it's that case. But I think that lady was left by a guardrail, wasn't she? So they had to hire a criminal defense lawyer in the case. She was arrested. She feared the worst. I quote her saying, I thought I'd just come out of captivity only to face the possibility of being put into a jail cell. The feds offered her immunity if she admitted that her abduction was a ruse, a proposal she swiftly rejected. Instead, she was outraged and said, and I quote, I care a lot about my family and friends, and to think that I would put all of those people through this for 15 minutes of fame made no sense. In what seemed like a petty act of retaliation, the couple's reputation was publicly destroyed when the police held a press conference. The lieutenant said that the detectives believed that Quinn and Huskin's claims were all lies. and he pacified the concerned community by insisting that the home invaders were not targeting the local area. Denise was very upset. How could the officer say that with a straight face? No one is safe. All I feel is fear. Meanwhile, between March and August of 2015, anonymous trolls on social media hounded Denise. And they called her horrible things like, "Damn hoe. We were hoping you were dead." Another sneered, "Show me some pee. I think you owe it to me after having me search for you for 2 days." Some of the critics gleefully referenced the Gone Girl analogy, which was originally coined by the other media outlets. Now, Denise called out some of these keyboard warriors, cowards. All that hate was directed at me for reasons that had nothing to do with me. We were objects to throw stones at. With those verbal beatings and threats, it didn't matter to the cyberbullies that neither Denise or Aaron was ever charged with an offense. The couple are both physical therapists, and they were finally vindicated in August of 2015. That was 3 months after the abduction. Police investigated the case of a masked intruder 40 miles away in Alameda County, and they found damning evidence near the scene, including Denise's laptop, zip ties, and a strand of her hair stuck to a pair of goggles blacked out with tape. And they all belong to someone named Matthew Muller, who is a former Marine and a disbarred attorney. Okay, let me get a picture of this Matthew Miller up there. He was educated at Harvard. At 44 years old, he pleaded guilty in 2016 to 1 count of federal kidnapping, 2 counts of R by force, robbery, and burglary. But in November of 2020, he was found mentally unfit to stand trial. He's currently serving time at a secure mental health facility in Solano County, California. Now, his motive still remains a mystery. Aaron and Denise gained some closure when they got to read victims' impact statements in court. But as Aaron points out, the higher satisfaction is knowing that their tormentor is no longer free to hurt anyone else. He disagrees with what law enforcement did, and because they believe there was more than one accomplice, okay? Because of the voice recordings and what they heard. So the couple went on to sue the Vallejo Police Department, and they were awarded $2.5 million in an out-of-court settlement. And they were still very distrustful of the authorities that called them liars. And they were emailed an apology by the city of Vallejo and the Vallejo police last week. She said it was done through the media, but no one personally apologized to them. Despite worrying that there's other perpetrators on the large scale, they refuse to live in fear. They're settled in Santa Cruz, California now, and they're committed to advocacy work, and they help other victims of kidnapping and sexual assault. They found that one thing that heals trauma is the act of helping people. It can give you a fresh sense of purpose when you can give back, even in the smallest scale, and fill your emotional cup. And their other greatest blessing is Olivia, born March 25th, 2020, on the 5th anniversary of her escape from her captors. Our daughter keeps us in the moment and reminds us of the little joys in life. She is our happy ending. Wow. So that is a crazy case, huh? Okay, see what else is in our headlines. Joe Clyde Daniels was found guilty. So let's see what's going on here. This was that other trial, and I've got to finish that. I will get up to speed on it. I really think I know how that one's going to end, but so Tennessee father Joseph Daniels, accused of murdering his 5-year-old son in 2018, was found guilty by the Dickson County jury on Saturday. They acquitted Joseph on a charge of first-degree murder, but found him guilty of first-degree murder in perpetration of a felony, aggravated child abuse, tampering with evidence, and initiating a false report. The body of little Joe Clyde Daniels, who had autism, has never been found. But Tennessee Bureau of Investigation agents say that they are still actively searching for him. Joseph Daniels, the father, called 911 on April 4th of 2018. He told the dispatcher that his son had disappeared from their home. 2 days of intense searching, TBI announced that Daniels admitted killing his son. He later recanted the confession. And then the mother of the boy, Crystal Daniels, allegedly told investigators that she was home on April 4th when her husband allegedly beat Joe to death. She's been charged with aggravated child neglect for failing to protect Joe. During her husband's trial, she said that she didn't believe he killed the boy. Now, she has not had a trial date set for her, and she's being held on $1 million bail. Joseph Daniels had a 7-day trial, which featured dramatic testimony from investigators, and Joe's now 11-year-old brother, who told the court that his stepfather, the brother is the mother, Crystal Daniels' son, but not Joseph's, beat his brother after the boy urinated on the bedroom floor. Later, he said he watched his stepfather carry Joe's body down the road. When he returned, he told the boy his brother had run away. Defense attorney Jake Lockhart presented no witnesses, and he told Fox News 17 after the jury verdict that he had realized what the verdict was going to be. If he had realized, then he would have presented more proof. Citing errors, he said he would appeal. That's the end of that. And I mean, I did say this yesterday, but I don't know if you heard me. Let me see. Hang on a second. The arrest affidavit for Darian Brown showed that his shoes, glasses, and hoodie had blood on it that matched Cash Gurnan's. Let's see if they got that. His black Adidas shoes, pair of glasses, and his hoodie matched the victim's DNA. Investigators found the items during the search of Brown's home. They were being sent for testing. That was what they were waiting for to come back, and that's how they have the arrest affidavit and the charges for the capital murder. If convicted, Darian Brown could face life in prison or the death penalty. Now, his lawyer had previously told the media that he's ready to defend his client. He said they may have a witness that is testifying that it's brown on that security camera, but I want an opportunity to challenge that witness, Heath Harris said. Even if you believe that's brown in the video taking cash out of the crib, okay, then what happened? What happened? You have 3 seconds. Based on what I believe, I'm going to be able to support this kid is schizophrenic. We want to see if this situation, if this is a situation where it's a whodunit or a simple question of why wasn't this prevented. So that there'll be more coming in the future there. Oh, and remember that Florida shooting? Well, the one in Publix. The man who murdered the 69-year-old grandmother and her 1-year-old grandson said on Facebook that he wanted to kill people and children. Palm Beach County Sheriff Rick Bradshaw said it appeared that Timothy Wall, age 55, did not know the woman nor her grandson, who were not being named, when he shot them in the produce department at the Publix store in the Royal Palm Beach. Bradshaw said this is a very fluid investigation. We're following up on every single source, talking to every single person, but right now we don't have a connection between him and the family. See, and everybody thought there was a connection. Remember, you guys were like, oh, somebody said they're estranged. And so what the sheriff said, that in addition to the Facebook posts, Wall's ex-wife told investigators that he was acting strange. He thinks he's being followed. He's paranoid. This didn't have to happen if people could have called us and said, hey, saw it on Facebook. It's not normal to say, I want to kill people and children. Somebody needs to get involved. People need to get involved, and we need to wake up to this problem so a whole bunch of people don't get killed across this country. Investigators revealed the timeline that occurred Thursday morning after viewing surveillance footage and interviewing witnesses. The grandmother and a grandson, who would have turned 2 this month, arrived at the store a little after 11 a.m. She took a cart specifically designed for children. Now, Wall came into the store and made a purchase about 2 hours earlier. And he came back in the store at 11:29, just before the victim entered the produce section. A minute after that, Wall followed her, and he approaches her around 11:34, and he pulls out a gun. He walks over from behind one aisle to the next, where the child was parked in his little shopping cart. And Wall took out his gun, and he fires 1 round, killing the child. The grandmother confronted Wall. Two struggled, and Wall's gun jammed, but he reloaded, and he was able to overpower, push her down to the ground, and he shot her down while she's on the ground. Wall walked around in the produce section for a brief time before shooting himself. Now, how did people, what was the store, empty? Police said the first 911 call came in at 11:35 and deputies arrived 5 minutes later. The Publix will reopen Saturday at 7 a.m. It has been thoroughly cleaned and redesigned. It's really sad, but I don't. Wow. Right, just look at that. Some guy posts on Facebook. Nobody says anything about it. And then he kills a woman and her grandson, and then himself. Crazy. Okay, and then this reminds me of that little Cupcake Girl. So I think she disappeared on her birthday too, wasn't it? Stranger picks up toddler birthday girl, stabs her in the heart, and throws her body on the ground in a random knife attack. What is going on with this world? This is like insane. I feel like we're in the Twilight Zone. Worse than the Twilight Zone. Idaho. 3-year-old girl. 2018. Okay, this is in 2018, so you can't blame it all on the present day. But the guy sentenced to life in prison without parole, Timothy Kinner, pled guilty to first-degree murder and 11 other charges in connection with the stabbing at a Boise apartment that killed little Ruya Kadir during her birthday party. An 8-year-old boy called 911 after he was stabbed in the stomach during the ordeal. Kadir's mother said that she was inside grabbing the birthday cake when Kinner killed her daughter outside. The prosecutors described Kinner as chasing the victims before picking up the toddler, stabbing her in the heart, and throwing her to the ground. I think we covered this back in 2018. Oh my gosh. Prosecutors' graphic account of the deadly attack sparked Kadir's mother to throw a metal water bottle and a tissue box at her daughter's killer in court. She was hauled out of the courtroom screaming her slain daughter's name. Wow. Look at that. So the prosecutors, when they told the graphic account of the deadly attack, the girl's mother threw a metal water bottle and a tissue box at her daughter's killer in court, and they hauled her out screaming her daughter's name. My daughter was laying by the door. Her eyes were open. My daughter's eyes were open. That day, I tried to close her eyes. I didn't want to see her open-eyed. I ran. I just couldn't make it. I just could not rescue her. I wish he killed me instead. Kinner didn't know anyone attending the birthday party, and Kinner was staying at an apartment complex with the residents. Officials said Kinner has a history of schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. Defense attorney said he was abandoned in a storage shed at the age of 2. Reported that he showed signs of schizophrenia by age 7. While he was a caretaker for 2 younger siblings with special needs, Kinner also stabbed a woman more than 12 times, stabbed a 2-year-old in the chest, slashed a 7-year-old's face during the deadly 2018 attack. Defense attorneys said they believed he was suffering a psychotic episode at the time and requested concurrent prison sentences. While Kinner was deemed incompetent to stand trial on multiple occasions, his criminal trial proceeded after his competency was eventually restored. That's the same thing Lori Vallow is going through, just an FYI. This is Idaho. They do not have the insanity defense. So you see that while he was deemed incompetent to stand trial on multiple occasions, his criminal trial proceeded after his competency was eventually restored. That's what she's doing now. She's trying to get her competency. They're trying to restore her competency. And his was eventually restored. He pleaded guilty to the charges on March 30th. I never planned to kill this little baby. I never planned to hurt these people. I was just sitting there on a bench at the entrance to the park trying to clear my mind of these crazy thoughts. I do feel like it was an accident because I didn't do it intentionally. I lost my mind and I lost my life, all because of a few minutes and one bad day. Wow. Crazy, huh? Okay, now Vanessa Guillen. Remember we went over this one. This was the soldier that was killed, and the boyfriend killed himself when. And hold on, let me pull this up here. Her family is now saying that the Army failed her. Hang on a minute. There was a 2020 there was a 2020 about this. So her fiance, Juan Cruz, and I'm sorry, he's not her boyfriend, that Juan Cruz spoke out for the first time about her death. They failed us, Juan Cruz said, recalling his interaction with the Army officials. And there you can see this whole story. Let's see, that was just on Friday. So you could probably watch it on a replay. But I'm probably going to catch that on a replay and we can discuss it because somebody told me it was really good and that I should watch it. So I'm going to watch it. You guys should watch it too. And then we can discuss. And I think we're going to say that's enough of the true crime headlines for tonight. And I'm going to put the number in Slack. And we can relax for a little bit maybe. Okay? I'm going to have to move this over in order to get the number. Okay, sorry. Did somebody just give a super chat up there? Who did that? Jeremy. YouTube is such a scary place. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you. Is that our Jeremy? Because you have a different avatar. Or is that a different Jeremy? Did you get a new avatar? Okay, let me see. Hang on, I've got to get the number. Hi, Danielle C. Hey, has Sharon been in? Where's Sharon? I hope she's okay. Haven't seen her in a couple of days in here. I know I've been coming on later than usual. Hi, Moonchild Pink. How are you? Where is good old Scooter? Yeah, she better get her butt in here. Joking. Shoot. Hold on a minute. I'm trying to get the number in Slack here. I don't know what this is. Okay, let me see here. Carol Plant said she noticed that she was unsubscribed to the channel. She had a phone update. She doesn't know of any other thing. She did not unsubscribe. Something weird going on. I don't know. Sometimes that does happen, and sometimes you end up subscribed to channels that you've never subscribed to. It's crazy. But everybody should just give a quick check and see if that's widespread or it's a little thing, if you could. Let me see here. I can't find my... Oh, here it is. Thought I couldn't find the thingamajiggy. Okay. There we go. Whew. So I did get that bookcase stained today. That was good. Oh my gosh, I was sweating like crazy. It was crazy, right? And then it wasn't so hot outside as it was humid. It was so freaking humid. And then I said, well, being that I was all sweaty and stuff, I said, before I take a shower or something, I'm going to go take a walk around the lake. And what happens? Anytime you say, I'm going to walk around the lake like that, right? Like a sweaty mess. That's when you run into everybody. So who comes in? I see a Volvo coming in as my cousin and my neighbors, the ones that helped us find that drone. And then they want to do a stop and chat. And I just want to do a walk and run, you know. And then my cousin's actually pointing out my shirt. And what I'm like, I'm staining bookcases and I'm sweating like crazy and I'm trying to get my walk in. Yeah, it's crazy. But that's the way it goes, right? But I did take my walk, and then what else did we do? I didn't do it like, heck, I had to do a lot of database stuff, which is a lot of work, but it just doesn't seem like it's a lot of work you can really see. I mean, other than... Hello?
But that's the way it goes.
Hello?
I did.
Hello?
I had to do a lot of...
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry.
What is all that noise? Oh boy, Scooter sounds like she's been drinking. Okay. To all of you tuning in for the first time tonight, it's okay. Hi 61. Hi Kevin Leonard. Hi Sour Milk and Cookies. Hi Larky. Oh my goodness. Hi Tammy McD. Hi It's Pink. Hi Shar. Hi Danielle C. Deb on the move. Deborah Vancouver. What is going on? Gail B. Hi 61. It's Pink. Are you getting a lot of messages? What the heck is going on with your phone? Is it the database stuff that I did? Kevin Leonard, Larky, Mama T-Belly, Moonchild Pink, Rose, Shar Sour Milk and Cookies, Tammy McD, Tracy W, Nola, Mama T-Belly, Hi 61, Gail B.
Oh my goodness.
What was that?
Hi guys. Hi Kevin. And Shar Deb on the move and Hi 61 and Sean Sneak.
It's okay. You didn't have to hide, Nola. I have no. I'm not working on my 12 steps because I've never even been drunk in my life, thankfully, or like addicted to anything like that. So knock on wood. Not me, but there's nothing wrong with working on your 12 steps. There's a lot of people that should. Okay, so
Hi Gail B. Tammy McD. Hi Carolyn.
hello, ground control to
Just
Scooter.
wanted to say hi and tell everyone. Hi Sour Milk and Cookies.
Broken Justice.
Danielle. Nana Love. Do you want to know something?
Listen,
Hi, Alicia B. Sal.
hi Alicia.
Hi, Justice McLeod. Rose Arlianis.
Hi Jendo.
Hi, Broken Justice. Sorry, Shares.
So sorry, Shares. I just thought of her today, and I was like, "Where the freak is Sorry Shares? I don't see her." Hi, Nanny Love. I don't see Sorry. Where is Sorry?
Yeah, she's there.
I was really worried about Sorry. I was like, "Where is she?" Oh, there I see you. Hi, Sorry. Good to see you. I thought about you just today. I was like, "Where the freak is Sorry?" Hi, Annie B. How are you?
Yeah.
Marky. Hi, Kim Chihuahuas.
I don't see Annie.
You don't see Annie B?
Hi, Jendo.
312. Or 212 for you. Danielle
I see her now. Annie B. Now, she's not Ann Bradley.
No. Annie, did you change her name? Maybe she did, because she's a member.
Better not.
Is that
Hi,
Annie B? Are
Marky.
you Ann Bradley? Because that other one, remember Debbie or DB? She changed her name.
Yes.
Jackie
yes.
Burns Creations. Hello.
Kim Chihuahua. Okay. Do you want to know something?
Yeah, what?
And I'm for real.
Okay.
Okay. Onto that chocolate mystery, right?
Yeah.
Now, you said there was about 7 wrappers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the size bag that Lexi filled, okay?
Right.
And I filled the tin. So I'm gonna put whatever we have left in here right now, just as an experiment, okay?
Okay, all right.
And I think there's like 9 of them.
Hi, Gail B. No, Gail B. Oh, wait. Ann Bradley. Yes, Annie B is Ann Bradley. How did you know that? Ann Bradley is Annie B now.
What?
She doesn't sound.
No.
I know. She doesn't sound so.
No.
She doesn't sound like an etiquette teacher or anything now, does she?
No. Now she reminds me of
Aunt
one of
B.
those ladies. Well, kind of. Like a mini pearl with one of those hats.
Right, Annie B. Yeah.
That some beads sticking out of it.
Oh yeah, bees on on like little wires. Hi, Susan Redding.
Hi, Susan Redding. Okay, 1. Okay, we have 4 right here.
I'm like Scooter. I just need to know what happened. Oh, Gail B needs to know what happened to the chocolate.
7.
Oh, someone's here.
8. 9. 10. 11.
Hello, Tammy.
12.
Deborah
13.
Scooter is mailing more chocolate open in the shower.
14 right here. Look, 14 right here. And it's only.
I can see it.
Hi, baby.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. I'm just counting chocolate for your mama. I'm just so you can see what happened.
I like chocolate.
Aw, I'm glad you do.
My mom said I
Hi,
couldn't.
Jackie Burns Creations.
My mom said I couldn't have any of that chocolate you sent because it was too messy. I would get my shirt all dirty.
Oh, she could have washed your shirt.
My mom said it was white and it would never come out.
Oh, well, I'll send you your own special chocolate.
Will you really send me special chocolate?
Yes.
Oh, goody! I'm gonna tell my moms. Please wait till the weather gets. Please wait till the weather gets colder. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Good.
But look at this. I'm not joking.
Let me see.
Look,
What?
it doesn't even fill up half, and that's 14. That's all I have.
Yeah, so maybe none were taken.
They had to have been because this was packed. It was filled. It even,
We
was
could go. We
puffed
could go.
out.
We could go back to the videotape again and count the chocolates
Yes.
because I showed them all. Like, we could go back to the discovery. That's our discovery.
Right.
videotape.
And that tin was filled with them.
Yeah, and when I opened the tin, you could count them. What was there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Susie B. Thanks for all of the birthday wishes. It's also Flag Day. Oh my gosh, yes, it is Flag Day, and it's my friend Maureen's birthday. Happy birthday, Maureen.
Is it?
Yeah, her birthday's Flag Day. My other girlfriend's birthday's July 14th.
Oh, wow. Who's
I
here?
almost forgot that. That
Oh,
makes me
hi,
nuts that I
Tammy.
forgot her birthday.
Hi, Scooter.
Hi, Tammy.
Hi, I didn't know you were here.
Hi, Carolyn. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Justice McLeod, do you have to be a certain level? For what, Justice? Certain level for what?
Oh, to get those things on the side of your name.
Oh, no, any level. There's a time there's a new B1, and then as you go like 3 months, you can get a choice of other ones. So it's not really a level; it's just about your time.
I'm almost at my 2.5 year. Woohoo!
Wow.
Are you ready?
Wow.
Jackie Burns
what I'm
says,
saying.
"Yum." Ice cubes. It's your birthday today too,
He
Leah?
doesn't want me to send her.
Oh, it's Leah Jane's birthday today too. Happy birthday, Leah Jane.
Birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Susie
Happy birthday,
B.
Leah Jane. And Susie B.
Oh, it's my birthday month too. Don't forget. It's my
Put your-
birthday month
put
too.
your-
I know. And then Alicia,
Put your
and
crown
I'm getting
on.
mine. I'm getting my crown. And then Alicia and who was it? Shar? Who are the three? Alicia said 17th, 18th, and 19th. There's all people. It's my birthday month. And you know what? Since I think I missed 2 days, so I have to add those on. So it'll go on to July 5th now. If I don't forget anymore.
You didn't say, do you want to know something?
Do you want to know something?
Tell me, I want to know something.
Tammy, I'll tell you something.
Thank you.
I will tell you something. Because you know what?
What?
Not playing anymore with you, lady. Not playing around.
We're celebrating the birthdays on the month, the whole month of June. And into July. And if I forget, it'll be into August. Whatever it is, it's going to happen. Because you want to know something? I'm entitled to that.
You guys are too much.
Oh my goodness.
You know that I thought you were going to send me the box of chocolate, like the box. I thought you'd send the whole box of chocolate, Yeah, that box. I like that. Because that box, I like
almost
it.
the whole thing.
I like it.
You want the box itself?
I wanted, the box.
You want the box itself?
Yeah, the box.
Okay. All
Because
right.
it's good. Like, you ever have that, you have the box, like, in the box.
Yeah. There's no lid or anything though.
It doesn't matter. I wanted you to send chocolate in the box,
Okay.
Because I
Will
like that.
do.
I like that, in the box. Because that's the whole
I got
thing.
your package tomorrow, Carol.
You want to know something? That you should send the box of chocolates in the box, like that, in the box. All right?
It's got to have
Okay.
Toblerone in it. Toblerone, whatever the hell that chocolate is.
Toblerone. Any kind of
You have
chocolate.
to say that forceful. Do you want to know something?
Do you want to know
No,
something? You should have put a Toblerone in there, okay? If you're going to send chocolate, you should have put a Toblerone in there.
Exactly. I do. I'm good.
Who said they're delicious? Who said
Ice cubes are yummy, Rhonda Blackburn.
yes? Rhonda
Yeah.
Blackburn. And do you want to know something, Rhonda Blackburn? I couldn't find these anywhere until we went to a little tourist town in Michigan. And that's where they had these.
That in the tourist town?
The tourist. Yeah, the
Yeah.
little touristy town.
I heard you're having a meet and greet in there for your channel.
Oh,
Scooter.
Me?
Yeah, meet and greet for your channel.
Who? Why, Kevin said that? He didn't tell me. Oh.
I thought you were having a meet and greet and you wanted to collab. You wanted to know if I wanted to come up for that meet and greet.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know if I don't know if I'll be able to make it. I've got so much stuff.
Oh, come on.
I'll give you a shout out.
oh, Carolyn, your
Yeah.
battery's going dead.
My battery's going dead.
Yeah. Can't
I-
do a meet and greet if your battery's dead.
Yeah.
Scooter.
Hi, Julie Grayson. Oh, she has ice cube chocolate over there. Well, if we do go up, how far is she from you? Maybe she'll go up to your meet and greet. She's in the same state. I know you're going to say, it's a big state, Carolyn, like you normally say.
It's pretty big.
I don't want to know anything else, Robin Lane said.
And do you want to know something?
What?
We
I
are
wanna-
not going to the Lazy Dog.
No?
We are going to go to the Energetic Chicken.
Oh, okay.
We'll meet there.
Oh my goodness.
And do you want to know something? Where do you think these ice cubes are from? What country?
Italy? Italy?
Iceland?
Nope. But close.
Spain?
It is overseas. What?
Spain?
No. Close as in a foreign country.
Oh, okay.
I know.
I used to know this.
No,
Sweden?
not hard.
Is it
Nope.
Sweden? Not a Sweden? No. Okay. Hi, Jenna. I haven't seen you in a very long time. How are you?
Hi, Lisa H. I haven't seen you in a very long time.
Oh, look,
How are
Mrs.
you?
Mick
And
Jagger.
Mrs. Jagger.
Hi, Mrs. McJagger. Hi, Lisa H.
Not the UK, not
Poland?
Poland.
No, Poland.
but
England?
You guys are close.
Germany?
Yes, ma'am. It
Germany.
is Germany.
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 Where is that
Germany.
Toblerone?
Toblerone. That's Swiss.
Toblerone?
Isn't that Swiss?
The chocolate I sent you?
Yeah, isn't that
Is that
Switzerland?
like Switzerland?
I believe so.
Okay.
Oh, heavens
Don't
to
do
Betsy.
me. No.
What?
No, E.L. Button. Too hot. We just learned that.
Oh,
Please,
yeah, it's
no.
too hot. Drive them up in the car in the air conditioning.
Oh, for corn's sake.
Where is Davida? I told you I sent her a message. She said she had a rough week.
That's right. That's right.
Hope she's okay. Davida, where are you? You'll
She'll
feel better if
she'll
you
be
come on.
okay.
We
She'll be
love you,
okay.
Davida.
Mm-hmm.
She'll be back. Hello,
Great.
Grace Stewart.
Grace Stewart, Scooter. Grace
Very
Stewart.
interesting. Very, very, very interesting.
Hi, Grace Stewart. How are you?
Mama Drama MD in the house.
Oh, Mama Drama. Do you have any tea to spill? You want to come up on panel? Do you have tea to spill?
Yes,
Deb,
come up on the panel.
We have a section right now. It's the spilling of the tea.
Spilling of the tea
Yeah.
with Tammy
Matter of
McD.
Carolyn, I sent you tea.
You did?
You know, I sent you that pomegranate blueberry palm wonderful.
Yeah. But that was a long time
Well,
ago.
I got little tiny ones that are lemonade. It's an orange citrus, and I can't remember the other one, but it's in the package.
No tea, Mama Drama? What kind of Mama Drama
So
are you?
have to-
Sorry.
We'll be right here for you, Davida, when you feel up to coming back.
Mm-hmm.
We all miss you very much.
Very much.
Very, very much.
Very, very much. Jeanette's here. Hi, Jeanette.
She's back?
She's
Jeanette's
back. Jeanette's back.
Jeanette.
Jeanette is back in town. Jeanette is back.
Jeanette is back.
Jeanette's back in chat. Okay.
Oh, yeah, she is. Robin Lane.
Hi, Robin Lane. I have to get some think I have some chocolates in my car. I'm sending them to Scooter.
No.
Look at the horses and the
I'm gonna
turkeys.
Go to my car. I'll be right back.
The host cannot accept
Sure.
liquids. Danielle
She's
C.
going to her car. It's gonna be okay.
Jen Bolger,
See her
hi.
on chat.
Every time I see Jen Bolger, I don't know why I think of the Tin Man.
Oh, I say it has been Jen Bolger,
Oh,
but and it makes me think of, I don't know, sort of Folgers coffee.
That's what I thought.
Coffee.
who was the person that said she got her son-in-law all kinds of things that said the best part of waking up is my mother-in-law on my cup? Who was that told us that? And then she got
Davida?
no.
No.
It was somebody that was
wasn't?
on. No. It It was somebody that was on, and she said recently she
Carolyn.
Okay,
Who
all
is
right.
that?
I don't know, but we'll go over here. Well, excuse me. We'll see. Wait a second. Put over here. All right. All right. Get ready, Scooter.
I'm looking. I am that. Hi.
Oh dear, it's a moo. It's a moo. Okay, it's a moo.
It's a Momo.
It's a moo.
That's a great name. Someplace crazy, I'll bet. Wait, we're in Discord now, right?
Did you type in the wrong chat? Oh boy, that must have been a real bummer for you.
You know what really irks me?
Yeah.
Is that these people are calling me by my first name. And I was not, the only people I was on a first name basis with were a couple of Facebook friends.
Right.
And they had the gall to use my real name.
They're doxers.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. They say they're not doxing, but they took my Facebook information, and now Lauren, now that we're on a first name basis, I never told you I never even had a conversation with you.
I don't even know your first
So,
name.
anyway, so when they talk about not being doxers.
Well, Lauren also talked about not being a mean girl and not liking drama, so she's 3 for 3, so untruths.
Yeah.
So that's good.
That's really crazy.
You want to know something?
Yeah.
Moo.
Huh?
Do you want to know something, Moo?
Yes.
Wait, I don't have a table to slap.
Doxing right there, in a nutshell. She said your first name.
That's doxing.
No. And they put I saw their Discord feed anyway. I knew they were talking about me, but the fact that they're still doing it in chats, they're still using why are they thinking about me?
The obsession is real.
For these people. So I don't understand why I'm a topic for them.
Because they have nothing
Because
else.
I don't know them. Except for, shall I use their first name since they use mine? The two people that I was Facebook friends with, 3. But I don't think I'll go there, but
Jeanette, okay. The lady
Alright,
from
I'm just gonna-
Holland. The lady from Holland wants to call in.
Call in.
The caller from Holland.
Caller from Holland, coming on the line.
Did I tell you I'm planning a vacation? And I'm going to go see Tracy W.
Oh my goodness, you're going to the beach in North
How
Carolina?
do you know?
No, she's in West Virginia.
Oh, but she wants to go to that lake. No, she wants to go to the lake. Where is the lake she wants to go to? Remember, she wanted to go get the vacation house?
Yes, and we're going to go do it.
Lucky stiffs. Okay.
You are lucky stiffs. Just the 2 of you?
No, me, Ethan, and her, and I think her roommate. I'm not sure.
How cool.
Cool. You'll have to call in from on the live.
Oh, yes. we'll
Definitely.
Cool.
take- I
Yes.
told her that. Don't get mad if I snapshot you.
Oh, snapshot us?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see here. I sent it to you.
Lisa H. Lisa H.
I don't know. Is that Bitey Cat they'd like to know?
Lisa.
Is that Bitey Cat?
H.
No. No? I guess not. That's Ocean? No. Pete? Who is that? Midnight Sparkles? No. Rainbow Sparkles? No.
She's
Glitter
muted.
Sparkles? No, what?
Moo.
Mo, you're muted.
Moo.
The caller from Florida, you're muted.
Okay, Kevin, I'll try.
Oh.
Two.
That's
It'll
why I was having
attract me.
coffee that I forgot to turn back on.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. No, that's Peter Kitten. That's Peter the big, he's the tall cat.
Oh no, they're not friends with that person, the frog. No, Debbie. No, Debbie. No, Debbie. They don't believe they're friends with the frog. The frog dropped them long time ago. They found the frog.
Scooter, are you smoking a pen?
So,
What are you smoking there, Scooter?
Just a cigarette. A vape. Just a vape. With CBD oil in it.
I know, go girl.
didn't you want to thank
real
everybody?
thing.
Didn't you want to thank everybody for all of those? What did you get? Like almost like 1,000 emails of support for that stuff.
Yes, I did. It was wonderful. Thank you all so much.
I couldn't
Thank
believe
you
how
all.
many. I couldn't believe how many emails she had. She was been answering. That's where you were last. That's where she was last night. She didn't. Time got away from her.
Oh, wow. I know. It was crazy.
She had so many emails.
And we thought she hated us.
Yeah, no, she just had so many emails to answer all that support. It was great.
Yes. I didn't even know most of those people.
I know, isn't it
They've
amazing?
given
You
me
think
lawyer numbers.
they don't? Yeah, I know. You think they didn't
Yeah.
know you, and they knew you, and they're like, yeah, those are some really nice emails.
Yes. Yes. They have some really good advice. Very interesting.
Yeah,
What's going down.
I know.
Do you know what I mean? Well, you do know what I mean.
I know. Yeah. Did you see everything I did on the database?
Down, 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 down.
I did.
Can't wait till that begins to drop out onto the mainstream. Okay, so let's see. What do we have? Austria. Who's from Austria? Tracy? Oh, I think Tracy might be behind and she's guessing on the chocolate. No, it was Germany. Germany. Germany.
Well, I think I sent you chocolate from Sweden.
Jeanette, our caller from Holland, you should have the number.
Please call in.
Janet.
Space Monster. Hello, Space Monster.
Hello, Space Monster.
I'm surprised
How
you.
are you, darling?
I'm surprised she was able to get away. There's a lot of work.
Space Monster. It's lovely to see you, my dear, tonight.
Panel is looking in court. Not really. Just
You have very, very, very interesting content, Space Monster.
Yeah, I thought that was masterful. Wow.
She sounds very scary, like scary in like a if you're in trouble way, right?
Yes.
Right?
Oh man, it's scary enough to make you wake up and think of Jesus.
Especially for someone that I don't know, kind of behaves like a little boy and must be shaking.
This is going to be the new defense plea in courtrooms now. People are going to get up there and say, "I only did it because mean people make me be as mean as they are."
Hi, Jeanette, a lady from Holland. Hi, Jeanette from Holland. How are you? Jeanette from Holland, are you on the line?
Yes, I'm here. I'm
Hi,
here.
hi, Jeanette. How are
I'm-
you today?
Sorry,
How are you today, Jeanette?
we don't talk like that in Holland.
I know I'm not talking like Holland. See, why do people think that? This is my own accent.
Yeah, okay. But I'm a little bit surprised because I told in the comments what was happened. I said I had to take some comfort to my loved ones. I didn't tell a little bit more because I was thinking nobody cares and it's my business and I don't want to bother a lot of people. But then later, I was back. I
Yes.
didn't know when I came back, and I heard that people were asking or whatever.
Yes, everybody was asking, where's Jeanette? Where's the Jeanette?
But before, can I say something? Before Jen Doe asked me, where's Jeanette? Before this, every time when I'm away, people are thinking maybe she's gone. Maybe she left the channel. So that's why I always say I'm not leaving. Something happened.
Jeanette is not leaving.
But
But
I was a little bit surprised because I told in the comments and everybody react on it. Okay, we will see you soon. That nobody told that I had. I mean, I said that I was okay and everything, and it didn't have to do with YouTube, but that it had to do with.
I did tell Carolyn. I told her. Do you want to know
Okay.
Jeanette? Do you want to know something, Jeanette?
Do you want to know?
I told her.
Oh no! Don't talk about him. Oh no, I don't want to hear him.
you told me what,
No,
Scooter?
no.
Scooter, what did you tell me? I don't remember
No.
anything. You said that Jeanette is just take a little time away.
Yeah, but
Yes, yes.
then later I told
I
I'm
should
not
have
angry. I'm not angry. And later I told it has to do with the friend of my mother. She died.
Oh,
But this lady is
very sorry. I'm very sorry.
is almost 90 years old. She's 20 years older than my mother, but they know each other more than 20 years. It's like a mother-daughter.
Oh, yes, okay. Very
And she knew that she was dying, but in Holland you can choose sometimes for a death. I don't know how it is, but you can choose for your own death. When you are older and you are not going to be better.
Wait. You mean you can choose
She
to
chose
have
her own death. She chose her own death. That's possible in Holland.
you mean like assisted
That's
suicide?
legal?
Yes.
Really?
It's possible in Holland. You cannot do it when you are mentally sick. You can do it, but you have to know, you have to have permission from the court for mentally
Wow.
sick people. But if you are older and you have a stroke and you don't get better, or you have cancer and you don't get better, then you can choose in Holland to have assistance by choosing your own death.
Wow.
And that's it.
Wow.
So it happened in. My mother called me and she said, Jeanette, this happened to my friend Els. Her name is Els, and and she was crying, and I have to go over there, and not a lot of people can be in that house. Hospice. I think in America you also have the hospice.
Yes, hospice.
And then you can do that, and then and my mother could go over there because Els had only one cousin. She was not married. She didn't have children, not grandchildren, only one cousin. And the cousin allowed my mother to come because the direct family can say you can come or not, because my mother is not family, she's just a friend. And my mother went over there, but I made sure that she was okay, that she was eating. She had to send me pictures because I didn't see her.
Mm-hmm.
I have to get the second vaccine, and then we can see each other, because she had 2 and I have one left. But I made sure that she was sending me pictures of what she was eating, and I was joking with her on the phone, and she could call me and everything, and to make sure. But she's okay now, I think so.
Okay,
But,
well, prayers
that's
for
why I
your
can
friends,
get
and
back now.
hope she rests in peace, and your prayers for your mom.
Yes, but she's very close with this else person. This person lived. The funny thing is with Else, she didn't have children, and I will stop about Else, but she made boxes every moment when we like my sister did a wedding. And she made a little box for my sister with poems and letters and flowers and
Oh, nice.
every little gifts for us.
Very nice.
Or I was moving out, then she would make a box for me, and so we had to read it later on, later than that day, and that because she didn't have children herself.
Yeah, that's very nice. That's very nice.
Yes, very nice person. Yes.
Storms are coming. I know,
Oh,
Lisa.
that sounds really nice, Jeanette.
Yes, but sometimes
Very nice.
Hi,
sometimes
Nana. Hi, Nana
friends
times
are
three.
more than family. I think so.
Yes, yes, of course.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
Definitely.
and Scooter, is that going to be your new tank top that you wear every night?
But can I ask something really strange?
No, like you
Yeah,
can.
Jay.
Some
wait.
some creators wear like
Yeah,
a
I
tank
want to
top
ask
all
something.
the time, same tank top.
In USA, you cannot choose for your own dad. You cannot
I-
choose for your own dad or not.
What? No.
People
Mm-mm.
have-
Okay, that's different. Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
I've
Yeah.
watched shows where people do go like to Holland, and there's another country too, right? Where you
Switzerland,
have
I
that-
think.
Really?
Switzerland.
Switzerland?
Yeah, where they come to that decision. I've watched videos on that.
So,
Yeah, when you have cancer, like a cancer but cannot be cured, and the doctor will say we can do it, but it's very difficult. Maybe 1%, then you can choose for it, but you have to be also older. I don't know what's the progress is.
I don't
how
know.
To say it. I'm not a doctor, but
Yeah. Let's talk about something happy now.
yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
some
yeah,
people do that. So I was
Okay.
thinking that Holland is very first at some things. Yeah, I know.
Hey there again. Okay, again, please. Blessings. Okay.
But you did the Little Man. I saw every movie. I saw every video. It was very funny.
Oh, okay. But
I mean, the Little Man. I'm talking about something happier, I think.
yes, right.
Yes.
Tiny little man. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I think he needs an Oscar for his role. I think.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah,
I
and
didn't want to talk about him, but
no, no.
needs an Oscar.
Yeah, an Oscar. And it's funny when you see what's in store because people's own words come back to haunt them sometimes. So anyway, yeah, that tank top, you could get a tank top for your show, and like if you find one that you like, and then you can get a lot of them, and you can wear them all the time.
Right, like that. Yeah, like
They could even have I hear there's a Facebook page that you could have named after your tank top then.
Yeah, that was.
What do you
fun.
mean with tank top? I know what a tank
Well,
top
like,
is. I mean,
let's just say, Jeanette, that say this shirt that I'm wearing, that I really liked it, and I just said, this shirt looks really good on me, and you know what? I'm going to buy a bunch of them. And I'm just going to wear them almost like a uniform. And every time you see me, I'm going to have the same shirt on, but I have multiples of them, that kind of thing.
you mean that somebody's doing the same thing over and over again?
Like a uniform. It's easy to
Is that
get rid
what you mean, or
I mean,
maybe
hey, if it looks good on you and you can get them in multiples, and it's
Okay.
kind of like a Handmaid's Tale, right? You just look in the closet and they've got the same
Yes.
outfit. It makes getting dressed a breeze, right? And then, like, nobody would ever say, think that you slept in your clothes or anything because they know that you wore the same thing every day anyway, so they wouldn't be like, oh, hey, it's the same shirt as yesterday. Did you sleep in that? Yeah, no. Sorry. But I was just asking Scooter if, now that she's doing a lot of
I didn't
collabs.
think of that, but that's a possibility.
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you, Shar. It's a single.
Yeah, but This
English
person is an adult. I mean, this person is almost like 40, I think.
Yeah.
He acts like a child. I never saw this before, not even in Holland.
Called Peter Pan
Let me say
syndrome.
this.
Peter Pan syndrome.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
Who is
But I
this?
do
Jeanette?
believe
I'm
also
never
there were
growing
two people.
up, da, da,
There
da.
were two people who said very correct in the comments that
Oh.
that this person might hate himself, and I do think that's true. He hates himself so much. There were two persons who said that.
Right, because usually when people have to tell you how much they love themselves, they usually are trying to convince themselves of that. And
how good looking they are.
oh yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh, I had a good conversation tonight with some guy about that. Oh my
Did
goodness.
you?
Yeah. Okay.
But can I ask something? Why do you think that it's orchestrated? Because I do think it's the same. Because one of the mods is away, fake away, and she never came back fighting with him. Like, oh, why are you angry? She stayed away. Like, it's very fishy. I don't know how to say
yeah, you're right. It is very fishy, and it's all you'll all see. There's a lot you're gonna see. But yes.
why is it orchestrated? What is the purpose of him?
Because there's what they do is
It's a very difficult question, I know.
no, it's not difficult. It's not difficult. Like I'm going to say, even in the true crime community, what we're seeing are channels that are together in something, and they divvy the stuff up between them, the stuff that may or may not be true. And I don't want to say too much, but they all benefit off each other and they all support each other, so that even when one goes AWOL and goes crazy, you wonder, like, how could they? But it's all interrelated. It's runs really deep, and so does the other set, and they benefit off each other. And when there's one that's in a fight, and they look like they're in a fight and they're yelling, or one comes in to yell something, it's all orchestrated. And sometimes in that orchestration, there'll be two pieces maybe that are not, that the other person doesn't know they're in that plot. And that one part will be real.
The situation.
What?
They're using the situation to play the drama. They're using the person that he was cheating on his wife, because that happened. They use that situation just to benefit from it.
Right.
Yes, that is what I got already.
Somebody gets thrown under the bus. They're just the collateral damage.
Yes.
And then, something else comes up. And there's a lot of things I can say, but I don't want to give it away right now.
Yeah.
But if you notice that the supposed thing that made the rampage start wasn't mentioned again, and it something else entirely was blamed. So you'll notice that.
Yeah.
Right. I think I'm following you there. Yep.
Yeah.
Wait,
Something. Yeah. What?
Last thing, can you you can follow it but can you explain the last thing?
Yeah. What, the last thing that I just said?
Yes.
Okay. So initially, people thought that horrible outburst, that horrible video that everyone has seen here, right, with the horrible things on it, horrible things, and it's on many stations now, many channels. That horrible thing was because someone got into a substance that they had been avoiding, right?
Yeah.
But that's no longer the case. Now the case is a vaccine. Okay?
Oh, yes.
And a vaccine that is way past when someone should have side effects from it, and yet side effects were never, ever a problem prior to this, and the side effects don't make you act out like that. So that is like just total ridiculousness. But when you see that this same behavior people didn't, this is all for the people that didn't notice. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Space Monster has a thing in there.
Oh, okay.
For you to read.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's going to have Space Monster's going to show
Can we
more,
do that?
show
Can
and
we do
tell.
that?
Can we stop in here and go there and then come back? We
Or
could
stream it,
we
you
no,
said.
we can't stream it because I don't know. I don't want to get, but I know what we could do. We could chat in here. Remember we did that when we watched the movie? We turned off all the sound and we just chatted in here while we watched the other thing.
I wasn't able to do it, remember? I couldn't get in.
No, this is when we all tuned into the thing.
Okay, I don't know what okay, whatever you guys want to do. I mean,
Well, I mean, we could go there, but we have to shut. I have to, if I'm going to listen to it, I've got to shut my volume.
You
okay,
cannot-
whatever you want to do.
And not listen later on, and maybe, and then make a video about it or live with Space Monster and you and Scooter only.
We could make
I'm not
faces.
talking about myself.
We could make faces while we're listening to it, like.
Yeah, we can do that. I mean, that's okay.
I guess we won't get in trouble because she's saying no.
No, but no, I don't want to. I don't want to stream it because of Tiny Little Man. I don't want to. I don't want to take any. You know. I don't want to fool with tiny littles. Tiny
Oh,
little.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, but
I see. Yeah,
but
I get it.
but we can still stay where we are, and I could just turn this off, and we could watch it on our own. When just they would see this, and we would be like, and they could watch her,
Okay.
and we could
Great,
be,
yes.
you know, like
I
that.
want to. Yes, we
Okay.
can do that, and I want to see Scooter like.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so we'll have to use a lot of gestures because we'll be like mimes.
Space
the-
Monster, she just doesn't want to have anything of him.
I don't want anything of
On
him.
you.
Or, yeah, you know, like I just.
Yes,
don't-
because he will use that. He's sneaky.
He's a bad
Silly. I don't want to say bad things to her, but I saw it before. Remember, Mommy? Can I say something, Mommy?
Yeah.
Remember the first time, long time ago, when he had that Boston Stalker on his channel, and I told him also, and many people told him, "Why are you friends with her? Well, you know what she did to Mommy." And he was like Switzerland. Yes, he didn't
yeah,
understand.
Switzerland. Yeah, right. No, he understood. Birds of a feather flock together. They were all together.
He will use it. He will use it. But
Right.
he will use it. He's very sneaky. I never liked him when he did with the Boston Stalker because I knew that what sort of person he was. You cannot be Switzerland when somebody is doing a death threat and doing weird things with somebody that doesn't make sense. That doesn't mean that. And this is a person who also made lots of fun of Anne Frank Holocaust and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I just make a joke." And everybody on his channel is buying it. But let him come to Holland. It's forbidden here to make lots of jokes in Europe or in Holland.
Yeah.
He's disgrace for everybody, and he's sitting with the people like the Hupplepup.
Right.
I'm not scared for them. And he made also fun of Mommy's, and still he makes fun of Mommy's son. He's a disgusting person. I never saw a disgusting person, and everybody buys it over there.
Right. Well,
Still,
not so much now. A lot of eyes were open, Jeanette, because in the past, for whatever reason, anytime that stuff was showcased, he would do something. And I know in my own experience would be, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I won't do it again. I'm so sorry. I won't do it again." But it always happened again. But other people have told me that stuff was taken down because of the promising that it wouldn't happen again. But this time, luck's out, okay? People have said, no, you keep doing it, we're going to showcase it. So people are seeing it for the first time, and there's lots more to come. Lots more.
And also, I mean, he didn't get it. Everybody told him it's because you were associated with those people from RD, R.
Right.
And I'm calling them R.
Right.
He didn't get it. It was not that he was saying like at that moment on the panel.
Right. Yeah,
No,
I know. But I think, in my opinion,
we are stupid.
right. Exactly.
He doesn't get it.
But that's what they do. They just say something and expect you to believe it. Like the ones that say Google takes 55% of the super chats. And then the people just like, 55%. And it's a lie, okay? But they say it so that people give them more money, or they give them more money by pay. It's just, they're such underhanded tactics, and that's the way it goes. Hi, 80s girl.
80s girl.
But that's why maybe also it's good what happened with the lawsuit. I hope it will be going.
Yes, it is, and we've got something legal in the works too, so that's good too.
Oh my gosh, I report it every time those people, and I hope it will happen now. I hope that YouTube, because if this will happen, then YouTubers, creators will be careful. You never know what will happen with you.
It's going to happen because as more people come on the platform, I mean, you just can't just do whatever the freak you want.
No. And it's not even about the 10 million, because she doesn't have the 10 million, but it's about the lawyers.
Precedent. The precedent that it's setting.
Yeah. It's a lot of money to defend yourself.
Yeah, so when somebody makes a video every night, kitchen lady, this and that, and lies about you, said you don't have a degree, and all kinds of lies like that, lies and says that like it's the truth, that's slander and defamation of character. And that's why that person deleted everything, but they don't realize we have it all. And so it doesn't absolve you to do it and then delete everything, because the effects of that type of stuff still matter, and they can be sued for their damages. So good try. Granted, that's not going to work. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not feasible to do that. All right. Now, but yeah, so that was interesting.
She went live yet?
Oh no, I heard that she's pretending she self-harmed, but she's not dead.
18 seconds.
Oh yeah.
No, I mean Space Monster.
Oh.
10 seconds.
All right, yeah, but okay, okay, hang on a minute.
It's really,
4.
we have to name all those creators' names, because it's very confusing sometimes who is who. But I'm trying to. I know.
That was quick, and wow, that was pretty mind blowing. You know, just don't play. You could play it, but turn your volume off, and you can read it on
This
it.
person has no boundaries. And you know, I told mommy before also, when he'd say some things, and I saw one of the comments recently, that he likes to smile or laugh when he's telling people some things, you know.
Yes.
It's like a doping delight, you know.
Oh yeah.
He loves to laugh. If you listen to him and he tells how he's having problems with all those creators on YouTube, he's always laughing. He doesn't care. He has no boundaries at all.
No, he doesn't.
If you're mocking people like Space Monster Sister,
right.
and
So
also going real life and everything, you have no boundaries. You are very dangerous in my eyes. According to my opinion,
yes.
this person is very dangerous.
Yes, this person is contacting their employers.
You have no sound now, Carolyn.
Oh, I still have no sound?
Tracy said sound working now. Okay,
Yeah.
it's back. Kevin said.
Okay. Okay, so this person is contacting their employers and then saying really horrible things. It's going to your employer, you stupid, see you next Tuesday. You wish you had my blanks, biatch. So he's listening to everything she's saying, sending her pictures of her family, and said, you're on a real life trial? I'm trying to, no, but there was something that was very hysterical. Let me see. Then, you know, this unstable person. Oh, he's
There is also. Oh, sorry, mommy.
Oh,
yeah, I
he's
was thinking maybe you were searching. Okay.
Yeah, he's claiming that he's being harassed for.
He's harassed by who? By himself. I'm really sorry. I can. Oh my God, I'm maybe his age, maybe a little bit older. He is really stupid. He can meet my little cousins, my little nephew.
He tells her that the Australian police have a recording, and that she can't delete that, and look up. He accuses her of cyberbullying. Oh boy, really? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh wow, good, sweet, crazy Brown.
What?
She said, I want you to know I'm done with over there. I'm very disappointed and disgusted on what happened, but I love you and all.
Oh, okay.
I heard. I mean, I see a lot. I'm maybe sometimes a little bit silly, but I see a lot. I heard the last video, one of the videos where he was ranting. My gosh, what he was saying, he was ranting.
No, I just want to say something, Jeanette. This is very, very interesting because he wants to accuse her of cyberbullying. These emails that he's sending to her nonstop are harassment. And in those emails, he's calling her horrendous names. So I'm going to try to read this. It says, I really appreciate you blocking me from your channel so I can chat via email. And I also appreciate you giving me your legal information so I can sue the F out of you for threatening me. And I can also call the Australian, please. The Australian what, please? And if that is the incorrect address, then you can bet your arse that you were going to lose your YouTube channel. So I hope you had a really good night resting on your, again, fat shaming, effing arse, you stupid biatch. Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
But that's the B word. He was calling you also.
Yeah. I know. I'm just
call women B. Yeah.
Yes.
But let him try to call the Australian police because they are very different over there. Let him call them.
Right.
then it will let him go over there at Space Monster House.
Right.
The Australian police will lock him up in the jail. They are very different over there. Let me say, I know that.
Like, how could he even get over there, Jeanette? You know?
Yeah, but I know because there was a journalist was going to somebody's place, and the person called the police in Australia, and they locked the person up in prison in jail for 1 day. So let him go to Australia.
Oh, that little wit. He's not going to go to Australia. He couldn't even afford to go to a hotel when his.
Yeah, I know.
When
Don't mess with the Australian police. He's really stupid.
oh, they wouldn't spend 5 seconds with.
No, I know that. Yeah, I know.
In the basement.
Oh, and then he told her that he was waiting to hear back from her employer. Yes, threatening.
He's so delusional. Can you imagine hearing that little boy on the phone and getting back to them with serious information?
But there was something in here I really wanted to see because it went by so fast.
And you know also what I find very, very disturbing and very sad also. And I don't want to say something about his mother because I have my own mother. But it's very disturbing for his mother to see. And he was saying the F word to her. My God.
No, because I think that's the way he. Yes, I think that's the way he treats his mother. That's why she wrote what she did on her Facebook page.
Yeah, that means you don't have boundaries even for your own mother.
But that's the way he's been allowed to treat her.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't taught any better. That's
Yeah,
how
maybe he was taught, but he's like a little child. Maybe his mother cannot say things to him because she's afraid.
Well, you'll see.
I believe you. Yeah, I think so too.
You'll see. We have something on that too coming out.
Yeah,
we have a lot of stuff. Believe me.
Moms are afraid for that.
Okay, I just want to read something. It's very important. Okay.
Yeah.
So the little person wanted to remind.
You can say frog, little person.
Okay. He wanted to remind Space Monster that Mommy Ramblings is a nobody. And that,
what?
Yes, that's what I'm seeing right now. That Mommy Ramblings is a nobody and that he gets more viewers than I do and I have way more subscribers. So keep kissing her arse. And I want to remind you, really, you know what? Let's go views per view. You don't have them, sweetsies. Okay? You don't have them. You don't even come close. So keep thinking that because I know everybody pats you on the back and tells you whatever you want to hear, but keep believing it. You're delusional. And then he says really horrible things about her arse. And he's so sick. He thinks everybody wants to kiss his arse. Nobody wants to touch that with a 10-foot pole, 40-foot pole. Ugh. Sorry.
I want to say two things. Maybe people can relate to one thing, and also people on the panel, and Mommy, you also, and then Scooter and Mo. The thing is, I saw recently also here in the comments, there was a person, a male, he was recovering from an addiction also. And I saw him also on the Little Man channel. And the thing is, this little man, this frog, Kermit the Kicker, I called him Kermit, he is using his addiction so people can relate to it, the real addiction people. So they feel sorry for for him.
Oh, yes,
but he's using his sobriety and everything to get.
But Jeanette, do you know when people really have sobriety? When people really have sobriety, they don't act.
And they don't talk about.
No. Not only that, they don't act in this manner.
No, of course not.
No, they don't act like this. They don't act like this, and they don't brag about it because they know.
Yeah, that's what I meant. They don't talk about it.
Right, and
They are dealing in the
right
in their
now
house.
they can only say they are sober for that minute. They
Yeah.
are not. They can be promised. Well, how does it go? Another relapse, but not another recovery.
No, they are not talking about it every time
Right.
and using it for
Right,
every
and they don't
situation.
gloat, and they don't gloat, and they don't
No,
count
yeah.
ahead, and they.
I know,
One
yeah.
day at a time is the thing. One day at a time. Yeah.
I know a man. He's much older. He's in my neighborhood, and he, after many years, he saw finally his grandchildren because his children didn't want to, because he was an alcoholic, and but he never bragged. But I asked him one day, can you show me the pictures of your grandchildren? Because he was visiting them and made some pictures, but he was not bragging. No, they don't talk about it.
Right. Right.
Carolyn,
Yes.
Space Monster said she sent you an email.
Okay.
Said she sent me one as well, but
All
maybe
right.
she sent it to you
All right.
because I don't see that I have one.
Okay.
And the other thing is what I want to say, and sorry, people in the chat, the other thing what is also disturbing and disgusting, the latest, because somebody in the comments today at Mummy's video said he was rising from the ashes, he's using also God, the Bible, to justify his behavior. That is really disturbing. You are not some Christian if you do that constantly and saying bad things to people. Oh, because God will forgive you? No, you have to behave like a normal person and not bash other people with the deceased family members or whatever. You do that. God is not blind, you stupid, really Kermit Frog. Sorry.
Just Sunspear, I believe he's a 40-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
He's 38.
No, 39.
39.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's about to be 40.
Next birthday, he'll be 40. Okay, so
He acts like he is 12.
maybe younger.
I
Yeah,
don't even know any kids that act like him. I don't.
Yeah, you are right. Yeah, and he acts like if you are taking his toys away, and then he was
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I got scared. I couldn't see our live stream and I got scared.
I never liked him, Scooter. I saw him with the stalker. I never liked him. I told him.
Jeanette, same with me. I tried.
Never
And
liked
everybody
him.
was like, "Oh, he's here."
But
Just
no,
something
because it was
about him
never,
rubbed
it
me
was
the wrong
always
way.
here for a few minutes. It was very evident he was seeking a benefit. He wasn't here because he enjoyed content or anything. He would go to multiple live streams and it was always for a benefit to make a very small showing, and it was always like 2 minutes and then he had to go somewhere. He always had to, and it didn't matter this live stream, another live stream, he always had to go somewhere. So he would make a very small window of time, but just enough to try to benefit from the subscribers. Yes.
Yes, and when he did
That's
that
my
drive
opinion.
by and
I'm
everything
entitled.
for you.
Oh yes, he was saying that Mommy was doing that. That Mommy was calling him for the ping.
Yes. Yeah.
thing.
No, we were in a
He was-
7-hour live. We had no idea. No idea.
Yeah.
No idea.
Oh,
You know.
don't ask him anymore something because he will throw it also
Yeah.
under the
No,
bus.
we didn't do that. Sorry, we were already
Yeah.
live for about 5 hours prior to that.
I'm really sorry, Scooter, that I talk too much, but I'm a little bit frustrated about this person. I saw
Yeah.
a lot of things.
Right. Yes.
No, you're not on there.
I needed.
You know that weird guy?
Yeah.
He's attacking this other lady.
And Debbie, to Scooter.
She's talking to Dave.
I'm saying,
Okay, I'm
I
telling
don't
Dave
know
something
why,
like
because
that.
I said Debbie.
And then she has a sister that passed away.
Where does this guy live? Do you know?
Yeah, Colorado.
Oh, that's pretty far.
You gonna pay him a visit, Dave?
I could meet him. Yeah, I could meet that asshole.
About
Yeah, but I'm
one that passed away.
On vacation, go to Colorado, meet this asshole.
But the thing is, he loves to block people. I am blocked also over there.
Did you hear Dave? He
Yes,
said,
we heard it.
Say this shite no more.
Yeah.
Because Dave says we're going to go there on vacation. He wants to meet this a-hole.
Right. We heard it. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh, tell Dave you better.
Well, he still hasn't shut up. He keeps it going and it going.
Yeah.
Hey, tell Dave he's got to wear a hazmat suit to touch that little thing.
Yeah.
It's interesting to read about what the damage that methamphetamine does to the brain, because it results in people with very poor judgment and compulsive behavior.
Oh, that'll be the next excuse then.
And he's almost 40 years old.
Yeah, he's a little, I guarantee he's a little freaking wimp, you know.
Yeah, but also I think really that he hates himself.
Little T-Rex girly
When he
arms.
comes after him, he's gonna run like hell.
No, he hates himself. I think he's very lonely also. He doesn't have a relationship. Maybe he works, but he lives with his aunt. It's not a problem that you live with a family member, but he doesn't have any goals in life.
No, the main point is, Jeanette, that he is a very hateful person and has said just the most disgusting, vile things about people, and then acts like it's okay because, like, he can say whatever he wants. Like, they're just having a free pass. If I came on here once a month and I just unleashed in the most horrendous way, and the next day I just said, sorry guys, you know what? I got some new vitamins or something. I just wasn't feeling it. And I'm really sorry, but I'm going to listen to some Joel Osteen. And I'm going to lay down on my massage chair and so appreciative of everything. And then the next month I do it again. And the next month I do it again. And then sometimes I do it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times a month. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. It doesn't work like that.
Lex, or can I just tell you one thing? Dave went to bed now, but he was really ticked off, and he said, see that he goes, that's why I can't listen to this shit, you know.
Yeah, shite show.
Because I got a hell of a temper.
Yeah.
And I'm going to want to go out there, you know. Because he does. He's so even keel, but he snaps like that in a minute.
Hair trigger.
He can go nuts on
He can go nuts
somebody.
on
You know, when he goes, I hear him talking about you and me, he's like, he goes, I'm going to want to go out there. And I told him what he said about Space Monster and her sister, and he's like, somebody needs to stop this a-hole.
Lisa H, I know. I purposely.
But it is also YouTube's fault, and that's why.
Oh yes, YouTube needs to be. Yes, YouTube needs to be.
YouTube is also blamed for it.
Yeah.
You know how many times I reported, I sent it also, you can send message in my own language, Dutch, so I can use difficult words.
All right.
And they don't get it over there.
Jeanette.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Space Monster's here. So let's.
Oh, okay. Yes, I see it now. I will mute myself.
Hi, Space Monster.
Hi, Caroline. Hi, Scooter. Hi, Jeanette. Hi, Chat. Hello, everybody.
So,
Hi, Space Monster.
Was that all correspondence and recent correspondence?
Yeah, that was on Saturday night. That was 42 emails that I got when I was doing my respond.
That's harassment.
Yeah, and along with, I'm sorry that it went so fast, but you know what? You can stop it and start it now. And, I was doing it. I was working today, and I just needed to make sure that I kept everything flowing in recent time. If you understand, it's like if you leave it go too long, then it misses the mark. And so he sent me 42 emails, and then attached to that were all these screenshots, and I circled how many screenshots he actually has in a file. So if you go back and look at it, 7 of 18 of screenshots he has of me and my family.
Oh my God.
And so here's the thing about that is that he couldn't just have those. He's had those for a long, long time. And he decided to pull those out and intimidate me with them. But everybody sent me messages saying you've doxed yourself, and I can still see your sister's name.
I wanted to talk to her, Miss Teeley. That's one of his bots.
His moderator. Yes.
Oh, yeah. She just came in and said,
Space monsters should be called cyber monsters.
I'm sorry.
Hiya, girl, Cherry. I haven't seen you in a long time.
The moderator is now in the channel. You come talk with mommy, and don't be a coward on the live chat. Come to talk with mommy on the panel, or you have to be quiet, okay? Because I'm going to be mad. Sorry.
Okay, I've got to just say something to Marie Zipizzi. I thought she was sip some tea with Marie, and the reason I asked her if she was sip some tea with Marie because that little man went nuts on that woman, and I have that. He went nuts on her in a tirade, and she is a vulnerable person because she has some conditions and stuff, and he just went nuts on her.
That was last year, and it was around the time too that
it was about a year ago.
Another part of,
it's in the database.
And here's the thing, that Australian woman that said whatever she wants to, do you think that you know this guy better than we do? We've known him for 3 years. I was a friend of his, and if you think that you are in a special place right now, I give you 3 months and you'll be in the same place that all of us are. Don't think that you're special. You put all your sons, your whole family out there, and if anyone's trolling you, it'll be his friends, Amy, whoever else is in his camp. You know, and one of the things that I have to say here about abuse, what astounds me is that you clearly show people that are abusive, and yet you have this sort of serial killer syndrome where, remember all the Ted Bundys and the Scott Peterson, all the women that went to these trials, and they're all in love with these people, and they think, oh, I can change him.
He's really good. It's just that he's got a bad break and somebody's mean to him. He's really a good guy underneath.
Yes, but he's using also an addiction, and many people are really addicted to drugs or alcohol. So he's using the big sparkness of people. So they feel like, oh, poor Kermit the Frog. And that is very abusive. And he used also religion.
Right, yep.
And that's a really, how do you say that, sneaky person.
Right, manipulative.
Yeah, manipulative, yes.
He weaponizes and bastardizes all the things that we as, moral, where we have moral compasses. He doesn't have a moral compass.
No, he doesn't have that. No.
So he bastardizes every single facet that we would have a moral compass for. And people that follow him now seem to think that they're special, that they're going to do something different, that he is so different from Charles Manson. It's just the same syndrome, and I give them 3 months and they'll be in exactly the same place that all of us have been in before. Why do you think that he has none of his old friends 3 times over in that live now?
Well, yeah, but Jimmy said, my husband said, how could anyone want to have a friendship with someone that threw his 25-year-old friend under the bus, real life friend, under the bus, and then said, your secrets aren't safe with me. Like you did, I will give you no confidence at any time. It doesn't matter. I will just cast you aside. Who would want to be friends with a person that is such a narcissist, tells you flat out the only person he loves is himself? Why would you want to be friends with someone like that? How do you think someone like that would ever treat you well? I don't know. 333.
Well, he used that as a deflection, and I think that what he did to Mexi was absolutely appalling. And then when Mexi went on panel, and his humility and forgiveness and the way that, he was, Slob was like,
Yeah, like a big tough, like a big tough guy to them, and I think any of these people can just put him down in one punch, but like a big tough guy, and you just,
Yes, but it's also maybe Space Monster or Mommy, if it was in real life, I mean, outside the channel, then he could not do that. But he has people also in the live chat who is supporting the Kermit the Frog. So Maxi could not do anything. I heard that Robbie was yelling when
Oh, I know,
Maxi
he was screaming because he's used to getting his way, and yes, and he would scream and have a tantrum.
Yes.
So Marie,
and it's not easy for a very quiet person to get hold on a person who is screaming, like an hysterical person.
Right. Marie says that she was friends with him and his gang until he did the stuff that he did with me, and I disagreed with what he did. And then what? You got walking papers? Though he says he's not about that. He doesn't do that stuff.
Lexi, stop.
He's like a dictator or a fascist. He gives people ultimatums, and
But it was all about with me when I just said I don't want anyone that associate. The whole thing for like months was there is no guilt by association. There is no you are the friends you hang. Show me who your friends are. Totally said that didn't exist until about 6 months later, and a situation happened, and then got on there and said, if you associate with such and such, don't come here. Guilt by association, birds of a feather, basically, and then just flipped it right around. And then act like they didn't do it. You're just like, your head is reeling and you're thinking, does this person even realize this? But I don't know.
No, he doesn't. Sorry, Jeanette.
No, you can talk. Sorry, yeah. You can talk. I'm a little bit sometimes with lines. Yeah.
So he said that he's risen from the ashes. Well, it's funny that he says that because I made a video of his best friend, darling Nikki, who has been his accomplice. And I said, I joked about the fact that she's now rebranding herself and she's risen from the ashes like the phoenix. And I was joking, because I was making a fool of her. And he uses other people's content. And he's not rising from any ashes. He's just charcoal there. And what made me feel extremely offended is that he doubled down today, and then his community posts, because people are sending him all this mess and love.
But you don't see too many comments.
No.
I know.
And it's funny because he'll hold all the comments and let the best ones through.
And the thumbs down are major.
Oh, I have. Look, you know what, Caroline? I just briefly had a look at it. I capture stuff just so that I've got a timeline of his behaviour. And
Hi, News Tubers Live. How are you?
And he's the fact of the matter is, the fact that he doubled down and did not once. Okay, he's not going to apologize to me. He's not going to apologize to you or anyone like that. The fact that he didn't publicly apologize to Mexi says it all.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
He cannot say sorry because he cannot see his own fault. He cannot see his own behavior.
No, well, I mean,
justifies
everybody's. So if you hear his rhetoric, he said, you know, if you trigger me, you're going to expect that I'm going to do that. Well, here's the thing about that. Feelings are our own emotions.
Right.
And we need to address our emotions that will make us react. So it makes no difference what he says. He can turn it any way he wants to. The majority of people now are seeing him for what he is, and he's a human being. That's it.
You want to hear something funny? Because when I was going through the database of stuff,
I want to know something.
do you want to know something? There was a video because ultimately, his own words are his own undoing. He is all his own undoing. Yeah. All his own. No one has to do anything but show his very own words. So he at one point says, you know what? I'm going to go back to the golden rule. Treat people the way you want to be treated. And then he says, so do you know what that means? If you treat me nice, I'm going to treat you nice. But if you treat me bad, then I'm going to come back and be an even bigger a-hole to you. No, that's not the golden rule. No. The golden rule is you treat people the way you want to be treated, whether they treat you good or they treat you bad. That's the way. You treat them the way you want to be treated. He doesn't even understand that. Okay? He turns everything around to justify his behavior. He's always saying that everybody is treating him bad. Everybody treats him bad. Yeah. Everybody's abusive. Everybody's harassing. And it's so ridiculous when we know what's going on in front of the scenes and behind the scenes.
Yeah, but he is the epitome of an abusive person. That he gets on here, he abuses the person, then he makes out that everybody else is to blame, and then he goes on and you know, like, you made me do this. So as an abusive person does, they'll lash out, and whether it's physical or mental, it doesn't matter. They'll do that behavior. Then the person's severely hurt by this, and then they come back and they start being pretend remorseful and you know, I'm sorry. You saw that, you know.
Oh yes, but it's even in the I'm sorry, it's like the other one that's very bad. Like you've seen, I've started the database with her stuff. They will come back and they will pretend they're crying and they're so sorry, but then something will happen and they will turn on a dime. And like if somebody says, well, what about that? They take glee, like she takes glee, and she's so proud that all the videos she's made about me, but calls the one where she called me a "see you next Tuesday" a work of art, while she's pretend bawling that she's so remorseful.
Yeah,
but
she's not.
They don't know remorse.
Mm-mm.
And they don't know humility, and therefore, and at the same time, they'll be saying, "You made me be this way. You made me hurt you. You made me hit you." And that kind of behaviour is what we see in abusive relationships. It's absolutely no different.
Right.
So,
look what you made me do to you. I think there's even a song, "Look What You Made Me Do."
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. Because that's
he's trying to control or dominate the other. So if the people are coming back, it's like, oh, I have them already. And you know, he is frustrated because he cannot do that with mommy. So that's why he is making video after video after video because she's not bowing for him.
Right. And nobody has taken him. He's upset now that people are not taking the videos down. And I will tell you something. For over 2 years, I have wondered why he got a free pass on all the crap that he did. Because there was maybe one channel that would put up his crap, and then he would go to them and make up to them, and they would take it down. And there was a big clip channel that would post everything except him. And I'm like, what is going on here? And if something went up, it went down. And I said, what is going on? How does this guy get a free pass? Because he's the most vile person, and he says the most vile things. And, you know, and nobody says anything. And it's more than just a free pass like that. Do you know there was a panel, okay? And I don't care if the psychologist on the panel is someone you don't particularly care for, but his world-famous life coach was on there. And as a world-famous life coach, she shouldn't allow people to be abused on the panel, right? And there were 2 or 3 other people. And this man came on there, and he literally screamed like crazy, all kinds of obscenities at this person on the panel while the world-famous life coach watched. She didn't stop it. She didn't do anything. Okay? The world-famous life coach just sat there and let this woman get abused. So, number one, why would you want a life coach like that? She's not really coaching good life things. But
you're right. I remember that.
Why did they allow him to abuse someone like that? Why didn't they stop it?
That was disgusting.
Because he's got stuff on them? Why didn't they put him in his place? Why didn't they say, "Oh, that's enough. We're not abusive like that. Come on. Cut that out." No, they didn't.
Well, you saw what happened over the weekend. So if his friend that was for 25 years had a personal situation, and none of us are here, we can't judge that. It's got nothing to do with it.
Right. And it should never have been brought up on YouTube at all. But he brought it up because it was a good deflection of what was happening with the truth train coming.
Yeah. And so therefore what he'll do is he'll mitigate everything that he's done and say, look what this person has done. It's even bigger.
So bad,
So bad. And it's like, no, this isn't, and as his friend said, this is private. And then to say, well, you know, it was too much for me to carry around. He could have still gone to that person and said, I'm struggling with this right now. But as his friend said, they'd worked it out. It had already been worked out.
Yes. But it was also a lie that those 2 people in the car were the first people he told. Because in that video, he says he told people right away.
Well, he's told Darling Nikki and Amy. It's like, it's the dirt to hold over people.
So, right. That's what they have. That's what I'm saying. That's what it is. There's dirt that he has, but now the channels that are hosting this stuff, finally, and they're trying to get it down like crazy. You know that. They're going there, and this is not right to have. No, that's not right to have up there. No, he shouldn't have said that. He was given so many free passes. Okay? This is not the first time he's flipped out like this. No, not by a long shot. He was given so many free passes, but he kept pushing it. He thought he'd have free passes. What?
He's like a serial killer.
Yeah.
It's not his first rodeo.
Right. When you rob a bank, you rob another one, and I got away with that. I'm going to rob another one. I got away with that. I'm going to rob another one. So thought he was untouchable, that he could have any outbursts he wants, call women whatever names he wants, you know, just go to town, and he was always just absolved of it. And then he would do it again and again.
But that is very interesting what you are saying, Mommy, because why get the free pass on the Life Coach channel What's the reason behind that?
Well, maybe he has
Does he
something.
have some
Maybe he has
information about
something
her?
on the life coach.
Okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
Listen, there are a lot of the people that are close to him that he has dirt on. And you saw what he does to people, his best friend. His best friend of 25 years, he didn't even have the humility and the dignity to just withhold that. He'd already given that out. And when you hear him speak, he said, well, when I was in the car and I was venting, what? Why are you venting?
Yeah, but he
What
wasn't
he said-
venting before. Before he had a different excuse. He said that it just slipped out the first time he said it. He said it just, we were having a fun conversation, it just slipped out.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't.
You know,
And
now
then he said he was venting, and then he said he came out because it was too much on his chest.
Yeah.
Oh, rubbish. Rubbish.
And it's all lies, because that's why it can't be the same thing, and that's why he can't remember what he said. And you know what? The funniest thing to me was he was only worried about gossiping, not lying.
Yeah.
Nothing else but gossiping. For some reason, he was zeroed in on that gossiping. It was okay that he lied when he said, no, I didn't tell them. It was okay when he lied multiple times and said, I never told anyone before that time in the car. It was okay when he lied about how it came out. It was okay that he lied again and found out that he had told 2 or 3 other people prior. Lying is not something, but he's focusing in on gossiping.
Well, he focuses on the things that are irrelevant. And the thing with him right now, and somebody like him, is that he is so committed to the lies now that he has no way of getting out of it. Mm-hmm. No way.
He's
Unless
crossed a line.
he
As far as
decides-
I'm concerned, he has crossed a line. When he attacks people, when he attacks your sister, when he attacks my deceased son, when he attacks people for their weight, their looks, he has broken so many terms of service. And anybody that stands with that, anybody that still defends that behavior, okay? Because I'm telling you his own words, and as I went through that database today, you know what his own words, I have his own words said, I know Mommy Rambling's going through a hard time, but you know what? It doesn't matter what you're going through. There's no excuses, you see. So his very, very own words say there are no excuses.
Well, you've got back some of the screenshots that I've got there where he says, I don't give a fuck. It's no excuse.
That's right.
You know, like incredibly foul-mouthed. And, I mean, look, I can say fuck and I can say C-U-N and all those things because it doesn't matter for me. I can use those words if I need to, but I don't need to use them all the time because I'm a literate person. I can use other words to describe a piece of garbage like this. And if I'm going to use the word fuck, I'll use it, but and the other word too. But it's not going to come out every
right,
sentence.
Right.
It's not.
Yeah.
You know, it's just.
And you know what? When it was happening with the panel, you know, the RDA panel. I'm not sure if I can say the word, but those men panel. He was listening, and he knew what they were saying about Mommy's son. It was disgusting. Yeah. I heard everything. It was very disgusting, but he never stand up for Mommy. Like, hey, wait a minute, you cannot say that about her son. No, he was smooth talking with them, but he was attacking Mommy. That is really, I mean, how can you be like that? I don't understand. But the thing is, he always attacked women. Mostly are women. Those men, he is a little boy with those men. That's his problem also. He loves to attack mostly women. I don't know why. Maybe he hates women. It's possible.
Well, I look. If I haven't got any psychological degree about any of this, but his behavior is classic abusive behavior, and he's been thrown in jail for his abusive behavior. He's physical abuse. He's been thrown
Oh, I know.
in jail.
He says that he physically abused his partner at the time, and then says his parents, even though he knew he was wrong and they knew he was wrong, immediately took his side. In a very
but see, that's the problem that you have.
Right.
Is that when you have paternal your paternal family siding to the point where they end up allowing his, like, I'll look at it this way. I know it sounds crazy, but he has a classic third child syndrome. I guarantee that all through his life, he had a massive tantrums. He would always throw them. He would always want to get his way. And the way he did that is exactly what he's doing now. And nobody's taken him to task until now.
Right, that's what I mean. He's gotten free passes up until now. He's had free passes with everyone.
That's why he's frustrated, Space Monster, because he cannot bring mommy down. I saw it many months ago. That makes him mad. He's angry at mommy because she's not taking his crap. That's why he's doing it. And all those people, like the life coach and everything, is like, oh, poor Robbie. That's his problem. He's frustrated. He's going after mommy and calling her, doing the voicemail, sending him mails because he cannot, how do you say that? Go through her mommy anymore.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine any life coach, if you hired her for a life coach and then you stumbled onto YouTube and you saw that she tolerated that behavior from this man against this woman, how would you feel about your life coach? How would you feel about your life coach?
But the life coach is not also a very good person also. I mean,
but Jeanette, that's what I'm saying. It speaks
because
volumes.
Do you want to know something?
Yeah.
Do you want to know something?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would fire my life coach if I saw that.
Right. How would a person that's a life coach going to teach you how to live a better life embrace that behavior? How?
Yeah, and also she has fake boobs, I think.
Yeah, you think?
So that's the reason to fire her. I'm sorry, I get a little bit rude. I'm really sorry, live chat, but I think she has fake boobs also. That is one red flag. Don't hire a life coach with fake boobs.
But you might say that. You may say if someone has to enhance have a lot of plastic surgery to feel better about themselves, maybe you don't want them as a life coach. You know?
No, but I mean...
That's your prerogative. That's your prerogative, Jeanette.
Yeah, but I mean more in a rude way. I mean,
okay.
I have nothing against plastic surgery. Okay. I mean...
But here's the thing about these people. Life coaches are the new pseudo...
Life coach, you can get your degree from Udemy. It's like a 6-week program.
Degree.
It's not a degree. It's a certification. I don't mean degree. Certification.
Yeah. His own brother is a cop, right? His own brother is a policeman, right?
I guess. Yeah, I think so. Yes.
Yes, his own brother is a policeman.
I believe so. I really don't follow.
That is what he's telling also people, that his brother is a cop.
Okay.
Can you believe that? Maybe it's true, but
I never heard that, but it could be.
He is, but it's irrelevant, and I'm not in.
No, I don't want to bash the brother, but I mean, if you have a brother who is on YouTube,
but we don't even know that they have a relationship.
That's a good point. Yeah, because the brother might stop the frog, the Kermit, Because if the brother is maybe a cop or somebody from law enforcement, they will make some sense to this frog, you know?
Right.
That's my point. I'm not backing the brother. But if I'm a police cop, I will say, hey, buddy, what are you doing online? You are doing bad things. You might be in prison also.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. When you have somebody, as far as I'm concerned, if you have problems like he has, you go and see educated people that have done degrees, whether it's a psychologist or whether it's a psychiatrist. And he, from the get-go, never, ever had any, he never went and did the 12 steps. He never went and did anything because he's doing it on himself. You
know, I think he might be drinking a little bit, but he is not in sobriety, or how do we say that? That's an excuse. That's a lie. That's a lie.
Agree. Yeah, it's a lie.
He's not living a sober. He's not living a sober life. He's not living a sober life.
It's not true.
No.
I don't have to know. I don't have to have a degree to know this because, but I know it's not true. It's a lie.
Right, because a person living a sober life does not go off and call women the things that he does. No. Mm-mm.
Well, the other thing is I've got that video where I call him a fakeaholic because he has fully admitted that he's a hypochondriac. And he is what you call a malingerer, somebody that's always got to be pointing at something that it's very similar to having Munchausen syndrome. But, you know, it's internally. He's constantly complaining about something to do with him. So there is fakeaholics. There are people that pretend that they have alcoholism or addiction because it's very difficult to find these medical records or keep a track of them. And they generally do it because it has to do with personality disorders. Mm-hmm. And he definitely has a personality disorder, without a doubt. The other thing is that generally this is all for attention. All for attention. Because you can see the way it works is that every month, halfway through it, he's like, we'll get through the first month and he'll say, oh, I'm 1 month sober, and by 2 weeks he's saying, oh, I'm coming up to my second month, and it gives him something to talk about, and it makes him the focal point, and then everybody's like pandering him, they're putting cotton wool balls around him, all these people like that Australian chick that think that they know better and that they know that they can cure him. You can't cure this dude.
No.
He's compulsive, and he's like any other person with a severe case of mental disorder. And he goes on about, for instance, he went on about the fact on Molly Golightly's live by saying, oh, was I not allowed to say the name of where he was defending that particular person there that was had a...
Oh, yes, essay, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, essay.
And he's saying that people can change.
Yeah. Right.
But in that case, in all those cases, it's very, very rare that happens. And the fact that he tried to so hard defend that and tell everybody that they're wrong and he is right says a lot about his character.
Right. But
he said about
what?
You know, Mommy, he said about Chanel also that
oh, I know.
It depends what the meaning is of a victim.
Right.
That is what he said. That is disgusting.
Yeah.
I mean,
he also said he believes the first confession. The other thing is, I thought it was interesting that nothing about the sobriety being compromised as That's
Oh,
just totally
here's-
swept under the rug.
Oh, isn't that funny? Not
Really?
a word.
It was a vaccine. It was a vaccine now.
Now,
No, and it was also God. God forgave him. Oh, God, the religion. He is hiding now behind the religion. That's a partner. How do you say? Patroon, in Dutch, patroon. It's a bit same behavior.
Because
My
probably
father-
couldn't have to have that big celebration, and all that. If
God forgive him. I mean, he will go to heaven after abusing people. That's his motto. And all those people in the live chat and in his comments will say, oh, poor Robbie, because he is so. I feel so sorry for them. But the people, most of the people in the live chat at Robbie's channel, they have maybe more problems in their life.
oh yeah,
than he has, but he's playing them, he's fooling them, and that makes me also angry. He's very evil, sneaky person. I saw it before. I told mommy many times. I think, yeah.
He always just came off his
Sorry that I know, but I told mommy many times ago in the emails. This person
Right.
is a very sneaky person. Be careful with him.
yeah. And like Marie said that when she tried to leave, he went real life on her and told her son that she was sexting with multiple men.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
It's disgusting. People say, oh my God, you're going to show screenshots and you're going to do this. You know what? This is the way I look at it. If you don't show the evidence of the abusive behavior, and if somebody's lying about you, let's just say this. If this was a court of law, you have every right to produce the evidence.
Right.
And as far as I'm concerned, this is like a court of law. You're going to fuck with me and you're going to make up lies, then I'm going to mitigate that with my truth. I'm going to stop you in your tracks and use the evidence that I have against you because you're making up stories. And I don't care if people go, oh, it's not personal. Well, what about the personal information that you're putting out there?
No, they always want proof, right? Especially, I want proof. So there's your proof.
Yeah.
You know what? If you are doing something that dirty and disgusting and you're lying to someone's family member that they're doing something, just the same way that he threw that moderator and said that moderator was sexting with Mexi. That was just, I don't believe that at all. And I believe he did that because he doesn't like that moderator and he wants Mexi's wife to get rid of her by saying that. He's very manipulative. In my opinion, I believe that's what it is.
Yeah. So what he did is he put doubt
Yes.
in Mexi.
And Mexi's
Mexi.
wife, so that she would say,
Mexi.
look, I'm sorry, he said this, and now I can't have that. Or she'll just be tormented. And I believe that was a very self-serving thing to get. There was lots of self-serving, manipulative things thrown into there. And it's really a really crappy thing to do. And
Growing, Caroline. He's growing, and he has a channel that. I mean, I don't watch Mexi. I don't know a lot about him. I didn't go to him because one, I'm not interested in the paranormal.
well, yeah, I'm not. Listen to me. Let me tell you something, Space Monster. I'm no fan because Sandra Rusak has asked for that to stop with her daughter. And I spoke out on that. So I don't think that I am any big, great fan, but I know the difference between right and wrong.
Yeah.
And what he did, in my opinion, is wrong.
Do you know what I think? I think Robbie talked him into it. I think Robbie's been riding on the back of his coattails. He would have, I think, if somebody had said to him outside of Robbie, don't do it, he would have said, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I'm not going to. But I think because I mean, you have to look at the way Robbie's acted. Here's the thing. This is so funny. I was there the day that he rang in and said he would go to the house with you, right?
Right,
And that
but
was-
and he acts like that was a planned thing. No, it wasn't the house. That
wasn't,
see,
but it was his plan. It was
right,
his-
it was not the house. He says it was the house. It was not. He was going to ride the route to see the phone pings, and he was going to call me.
Right,
And
and he just manipulated the whole thing. So what's funny about that is that nearly this year he did exactly the same thing with Armchair Detective. I just don't know. Sometimes I just land in chats and I saw him in there. I saw him in there with Ariana, who's BBP Boston, all of his, minions in there, and they're all calling out that, Robbie's in here and he knows all about meth, and they're talking about meth, and, was Chris on this and blah, blah, the way the garbage goes. And I'm like, look at this setup. I've got the whole thing on record because I was like, this is another setup. And it was for him to grow his channel. And then he's never been interested in this. When he was with Lemonade, he was never interested in it at all. And because Lemonade has got all of her stuff up there. You can go back to that and you can hear historically him say how uninterested he is in this. And yet, he knew that he had to grow his channel. So what did he do?
start
He got on
talking
that
about it.
horrible
Yes.
cash cow and decided to do this. And so since then, he was with AD for a while, but that's fallen out. So now he goes over to that True Tam chick or whoever else is going on and all the other garbage that goes with it. And there's just a total lack of respect for letting the family breathe and letting them on. Here's the funny thing. Oh, sorry, it's not funny. But I watched an old true crime case again. I watched it a long time ago, but there was a little girl called, maybe you can do something on this, Caroline, because it's a very interesting case. A little girl in England called Sarah Payne, and they've made the Sarah Payne law now. And I really want to talk to you guys behind the scene about how things can work and what can change. But anyway, back to Sarah Payne. This little girl, their family went to their grandparents' place. They were a family of 4. There were 2 older boys, 13 and 12, and this was even in the 90s. Look, parents let their older siblings look after them if they go to the beach. When they've gone to the beach and then they've taken a walk away, that happens. It's not
Right.
unnatural, right?
Right.
So, and they're a familiar place. Anyway, Sarah was lagging behind. For some reason, something happened. Next thing you know, she wasn't there. Then her brother walked through and came to a road and saw a car drive past. Sarah was gone. Nobody knew what had happened. I think about 3 or 4 days later, they found her. Now, she was abducted by a pedophile.
Space monster. We can't just the word P.
Oh, sorry. I beg your pardon. Can't say those words anymore.
No, P.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll
Just a P.
you know
Just
what I
P.
mean.
Yeah, just say P. P.
P, yeah. I beg your pardon. I
That's
didn't
all right.
know. He was that happened. They found out about it. Went all through it. The mother was just amazing. Like just watching her, the way she spoke, and one of the things that she said, and this is the thing that I think is really important for anybody that's gone through a very, very public loss, like the Ruseks or the Devon family or now even Cash's family, is that, okay, it goes public. Then you give the memorial so that everybody gets to participate in that because they've been participating because of the media. But then she said, we had our own private, she said, then we took her back. She's ours. We've given her away all that period of time. Now we bring her back she's ours. Over this period of time when we're going to have the funeral and the burial and everything, this is our time. Nobody gets to come along to this. And that's why I think when people were saying to me, oh, your name's up there and your sister's names and everything, I said, you know what? I'm not going to let anybody ever have the power again. This is my family. You're not going to own that anymore.
Serve him with a cease and desist, and if he mentions it again, that's it.
Who?
Whoever's mentioning it, sir, that's what I'm going to be doing.
But can I say something very important? Because Space Monster, you are saying something very important. I mean, you said something like he never showed this before. But the thing is, I truly believe that I'm not Mommy's cult member, but I think he never met somebody like Mommy who didn't bow for him. This is the first time that he met somebody and told him, don't come with crap now. Don't you dare. And that didn't happen before because Lemonade is his puppy. The life code is his puppy. Claire is his puppy. Everybody is his puppy. And Mommy is not his puppy. And that's why he's frustrated. That's why he makes videos after videos. And he was checking out also Mommy's son also. He admitted also in a video. I saw it, everything. Mm-hmm. Why? Because he wants to have information on Mommy, but he doesn't get it because Mommy doesn't have a criminal record. Mommy has a good life. He cannot bash Mommy in real life. That is his problem. And that's why he is so frustrated person. I'm really sorry that I may be shouting, and that makes me so angry because he will not stop with her. Mm-hmm. Till YouTube will say, enough is enough.
Right.
But Jeanette, do you know what it is? It is about the fact that if you're saying it like you're saying right now, is that somebody's decided to act like the mother that he needed to have and give him a chastising and say, you're not crossing this boundary. No.
Mm-hmm. But it's not even. No, it's not even that he sees his mommy as his mother. He doesn't respect his own mother. No, it's very simple. He cannot have a no. He doesn't have in his agenda a no. Nobody said before no to him. You cannot do that to me. I have self-respect. That is what Mommy said every time. You are going to bash my son. Then go away. And if every person is doing the same thing like the frogman, then go away because I'm not talking with you anymore. And he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. And that's why he's frustrated because he is a very sneaky person. He has a lack of empathy.
Right. And that's why he wants an apology from me. For what? And I stand by what I said. I don't want anything to do with you.
He doesn't get it.
He doesn't get it. Doesn't get it. Neither does the Starlight person. They do not get it.
I truly understand. I didn't lose children. I mean, I don't have a child. But if you do that with a family member, I will say to you, there's the door. You will not come here and eat my dinner and everything. And he doesn't get it.
Right.
And that's why, and everybody on YouTube is saying, poor Robbie, Claire, McGee, his wife and McGee were saying, we love you, Robbie.
I know, because it's like they all he has something over all of them. He reminds me of a little boy from the cornfield, and you better do what I say, or I'm gonna put you in that cornfield. You're a good boy. Mexie's like, you're a good guy, Robbie.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're okay that you did that. You did a very good thing. A very good thing.
The reason also why I'm here, also Space Monster, and maybe other people, is not only that Mommy stands up for victims and has the real deal, but she doesn't go for crap also. If I love to listen to a person who has self-respect and doesn't bash other children, other people's children. And I have seen a lot of creators does that. I mean, the Boston Stalker did it, and the other person in Texas did it also, using Mommy's children. And mommy never did that. And that's the thing about mommy. She goes for how do you say that? I know the Dutch word. For justice.
Yeah.
For justice, for love, for being kind. Even she has so many problems.
And that was the thing when he said that he was all good with Sandra Rusak. I was like, you've got to be kidding. You're going to sell that? That's not. Oh boy. Come on now.
But people use that family.
But he must know that's a person I talk to multiple times a day. You can't lie about that.
No, I know, Caroline, but you know how many people use this for their own self-worth and to be close to somebody like that. You really have to do that based on you want to be there for them, not for yourself. And the majority of the people are there for themselves. They're not there for any other reason. And they might say that, but I know for a fact that the people that are close to her or trying to be close to her are doing it only because they want something out of it.
Of course, yeah.
But how can he think that Shanann's mother? I always say I respect Shanann's mother. Be friends with Robbie. While he's
She's
saying
like Carolyn. He said he thinks my daughter killed her children. Does he think I'm okay with him? How insane? How insane?
Yeah. And then he forgives Chris Watts also, and that he wants to do on Halloween. He was planning with his people, planning a Halloween party with Chris Watts clothes.
Right. Right. Yes.
But
that's what I mean. He's delusional. He's delusional.
Not at all. How can you be friends with her?
The live that he one of the many lives that he did over the weekend, and you saw one of the screenshots he said there. He said, my sister killed herself. You're not taking any ownership of my sister.
But he hamster died also, and you have to have an attitude about him, like poor Robbie.
And you know what's funny, and I will say this. They all want to go on and say, and you've seen it in the database. You'll see it. He makes the gestures of milking. That I'm milking my son's death. I'm milking the tragedy. Wait, hold on, Jeanette. Let me just say this, please. Yeah. I'm milking it in every way, shape, and form. Am I milking it? Is what he says, and you'll see it all because it's all going to come out. So, think about the hamster.
Yeah.
Oh.
Think about the hamster, the hair loss, the vet visits, the cremation. That was a hamster. Okay? This is my son. This is the community that was with me when I heard the news.
I remember
He
that.
is comparing that I am just sharing what I am going through. Yes. Never once have I ever asked for money for anything he has.
Yeah.
But I said a long time ago, I said on Father's Day last year, you could go back, my video is there. I said, these people act like they are jealous of it. They want a tragedy in order to them, a tragedy is something they would milk. That's their thinking. And so what happens? He invents a tragedy of his hamster.
Yeah, I told mommy also in an email. I know that he was yeah, exactly. Good point. Very good point. And I hope that people will understand what his mommy is saying because he did that. I saw it with my own eyes.
Day after day, telling how expensive the vet was and back and forth and the medicine and the trauma and the cremation and the urn and the footprints and all of that.
Yeah, he did that. He did that.
Here's the funniest thing about this. He killed his hamster because he put tea tree oil on it.
I know.
It killed the hamster. He killed his hamster.
What? He did what?
Put tea tree oil. You can't put that on animals.
Tea tree oil on the hamster. And tea tree oil, the way he was doing, because he self-medicates. He buys any of the drugs that he wants to buy, or any of the what do you call it? Those homeopathic things. Like he's got like barrels and barrels and barrels full of homeopathic medicine, plus anything that he wants to get without a prescription in the States, you can buy without a prescription. And he buys that online. I have the screenshots of all that. Him saying that he buys certain drugs online. So people were saying to him something was going on about Sandra, and they're saying, put tea tree oil. Tea tree oil kills these animals.
Yes, I know.
You have to be very, very careful. And, she was also coming up to be a year. They don't last very long, but it's well documented.
2 years. 2 years is the lifespan. Yeah, 2 years.
To her death.
If you're lucky, 2 years.
Yeah. So,
but Mommy said that was a very good point. Yes, about the hamster. You can see it all back. It's very good point. Very good. Yeah.
I've got on my something that I've got people saying to me that in some of my comment section, like I've just let all my comment section just be open now, so that people can see the trolls, the disgusting things that have been said.
Right, I know. I do that too. Sometimes when something really bad comes in, some of the moderators will say, "Oh, I'll move it." I said, "No, let people see that person for who they are." Yeah,
right.
let them see how ugly that person is.
Yep. I've got a fan at the moment, Zen somebody or something Zen, who
that's one of his. That's one of his. That's the one of the ones that was on the panel telling him he was right about everything.
Oh well, this person I think must be completely triggered, because that person just can't keep away from my channel, and I just think it's really. I just laugh. I think it's funny, because they have no self-control, and I don't care. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't trigger me. I don't care. But one of the things that I was going to say to you is that, what you mentioned about Caroline is one thing that people could have is this thing about morbidity. They want to have a tragedy.
They do. It's sick. It's sick. But they do.
Yeah.
And I called it last year, and it's sickening. And so does the one that was crying in the bed. They want a tragedy. It is the sickest thing.
Why would you want something like that? It's painful. It's like
the attention, the money.
It's so sick. It's so sick.
That woman in the bed, she's a nutcase. She said on the chat, on her own chat, that's really disgusting. She was bashing Mommy, and when people were saying something about the son of the Mommy's son, then she was saying, no, don't say that. But she was meanwhile bashing Mommy, and I was thinking, what are you saying? You are bashing his mother. I mean, how can you do that?
That's like how she goes on and on about Shanann, and then thinks by saying Sandra has a nice cooking channel, you're bashing the hell out of her daughter. You think she wants you there?
Yes.
She doesn't want you there, believe me.
What the hell? You are really nuts.
Yeah. She goes, I'm blocked because, Mommy blocked me. Yeah, think again.
And she can use very difficult
Think again.
words.
Sandra's not a stupid woman, sweetie.
Yeah, she is. She's very, and she can use very difficult words, but her brain is empty. Let me say this. My gosh, she's single. Stay single, the woman in the back.
I don't think there'll be a problem about that.
Don't have kids.
I
hope doesn't have kids. I mean, who wants a mother like that? I'm really sorry.
Yeah, no, I know.
Maybe I'm rude now,
Yes,
but
he speaks to his mother like that. I know, Deborah.
Also.
And his mother accepts that, though his mother goes on the Facebook page and says, I wish my children had respect for me.
Whoa.
Yeah, because he told her to go to bed, and he told her to F off. Yeah, that's not normal.
Right. You got the name. You guys got the name wrong. It's Genevieve. Gemma, thank you for becoming a member.
Who is that?
Gemma Bennett.
He's even called his mother a CUNT.
Oh, I have no doubt. I have no doubt. I have no doubt that's how he treats his parents.
Yeah.
I have no doubt, and they tolerate it. Yet the mother put something very different on her wall. Well, if she expects that, you can't be condoning that. So if that truly is his mother sitting in the chats applauding him, when he's calling women the most vile, nasty names, well, then I'd say, well, you've got your answer. He's not going to respect you because he doesn't respect any women.
Well, see, here's the funny thing about that name. There's actually the first one. There's 3 of those names with different. So the first one was just Joan, and then it was this. I can't remember. I've got all the links to it, but there's 3 of Joan. So that's why I'm skeptical as to who this person really is, because there's 3 of them, and I caught her saying something in the chat one day, and then on another creator talking in the chat, and then in the comment section saying, "Oh my God, I missed your live. I wish I couldn't be there. I wish I could have been there." And I'm thinking, huh? But you were.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
You know, who are you?
Right, and to even have someone portraying, if it's not his mother, someone portraying his mother, what he's saying the most, like, if my son Michael had a channel and he was speaking the way that this person speaks, I can't even imagine that. First of all, my son doesn't speak that way, but he would never speak that way if I was in there. That's disgusting. It's the most vile. Cannot go 5 minutes without talking about sex of some kind. It's always usually in the most disgusting way. So,
and a lot of people witnesses. A lot of people are seeing this. You know, they are seeing how he is saying to his own mother to go to bed and to
F off. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not that. I mean, my mother would say, "What the hell are you doing, Jeanette? Who are you? I'm the mom. You are my child."
Right, and you would be embarrassed to talk to, especially a son in front of his mother, to talk that crudely, you know. But when you've got an audience with the women are like his mother's age, and to speak that crudely to them, and they enjoying that and hanging on that, it tells you a lot.
Yeah.
Moo, did you want to say something?
Yeah, maybe because I'm talking too much. I interrupt you 2 times, to Scooter. I'm sorry.
I'm stuffing my face.
Well, Moo was trying to say something.
No, I think it was Space
ago.
Monster that was saying something. I don't think it was Moo.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, okay. She said she's eating.
Sorry, I'm chewing.
She's eating, Scooter.
Oh, never mind. I thought you did.
No,
Never mind.
I actually do have something to say, and I'm not really sure how to say it. It's touchy.
Hi, Humpty Dumpty.
But I think I told you I used to hang out in a lot of gay communities. And it was during my first marriage because I was married to a gay man.
Right.
So I'm not going to pussyfoot around about that. Anyway, I can tell you that the people that I know in the gay community would have nothing to do with this guy. This is why he's getting 5-second booty calls that he probably has to pay for. Because if you were in these circles that decent people socialize in, which is most gay people are decent people. And the names that they would call this little mutant would, you know, he complains, oh, somebody used the F word on me. Well, guess what? If he were in a group of my friends, they would be using the F word on him. And they're gay men. So, you know, he can use that. He can whine about it all. Oh, somebody called me the F word. Oh, my God.
Right,
He can say it once. But he is the kind of person that if he went into a group of normal gay people, he'd be thrown out in the street. Nobody wants someone like that around. This is a special kind of person. And he's making, you know, he runs around, oh, I'm gay, I'm a Christian gay guy. He's making Christians look bad. He's making gay people look bad. Nobody would want to identify with someone with a personality disorder like this. This is a little sick freak.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Another reason he
To
doesn't.
have throw gayness around, and I mean, he's just disgusting. He's sick. He needs serious. I don't think actually mental health intervention would help with someone like that, because he's basically not a nice person. And
No,
someone is
definitely not.
basically that awful. They're just kind of that's what they are, and you know they should just face it. I don't. There's no redeeming value with this creature. And he can talk about Jesus all he wants. And he can talk about he's picked on because I'm gay. It's just BS. It's absolute bullshit. And he knows it. If he were this, you know, let me tell you, there's no more supportive community in the world than a bunch of gay people. And I can tell you that firsthand. And he's full of crap. If he were not such a horrendous human being, he would be in a circle of friends who could help him with meth addiction. They could help him with alcoholism. They could help him with whatever he needed. And people would sacrifice to help this little piece of crap.
Right. Yeah.
But he doesn't have a circle of friends like that because he's a dirtbag. And that's why he's all alone with a hamster. So anyway, sorry you asked.
No, that's a good point. Yes. No, that's
Very true.
No.
I agree.
And he told also in his life one time, maybe you don't know that, but he had a few STD. Did you know that?
He's just, there's nothing about him. People would not want to associate with this guy. It's one thing for them to, all these lady people that worship him in his chat, that's a whole different thing. But in the real world, this guy, I can tell you, he's alone. Nobody in, you know, the circle that he identifies with most won't have anything to do with him.
Yeah. Can I tell you something else? That another thing that happened this past year where he slammed me and said that I profited off myself. Do you know he took an ex-boyfriend that he had nothing to do with anymore, his dog being sick,
That's right.
and put that on his page for sympathy, for I'm so broken up about it. They talk about exactly what he does. You'll see it because we're going to put it out. This milking, no. They're the ones that milk that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And they look for things to milk that don't even belong to them.
Oh, excuse me. Do you want to know something?
Yeah.
Yes. Tell me.
I'm
Tell
really
us.
tired. I am going to go lay down and I will finish listening.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm gonna go. It's 5:30. I mean, it's more than 5:30.
Gosh.
Yeah. I'm gonna go too. So yeah, it's just I didn't plan to talk about this, but it's
Happened because of me.
Yeah,
I
no,
started.
Yeah, but it's going to just come out, and oh, look at that! Aww.
Oh, I love that Moo.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Sorry.
yeah. So
Oh my
So
God.
cute.
Is that a big one?
yeah.
Maybe to school. Maybe you can send the Kermit the Kicker and Miss Piggy doll.
The Kermit.
Do what? Do what?
Maybe you can send Mr. Kermit the Kicker, the frog with
Oh.
the Miss Piggy doll.
Oh, can you imagine that?
You will be mad. You will be mad.
But I would
Oh, my
I would feel
goodness.
bad for the Miss Piggy doll to have to be like
Yeah.
that. I wouldn't want to put the poor piggy
I'm
doll
going to
through
say
that.
good night.
Yeah.
Maybe
Okay. Well, thank you,
guys.
Space Monster. I mean, I'll see you around the database.
Yep, thanks, guys. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Chat. Sorry that we didn't pay
Good night,
attention to
all.
the chat.
Bye.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Bye.
Thank you, Consistent Try. Thank you for becoming a Detective Rambler, Consistent Try. So, oh boy. Okay, so that was fun. So anyway, tomorrow's another day, and tomorrow's Monday. So tomorrow, what was I going to say? What are you doing tomorrow? You doing anything tomorrow?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. You got something. You got something in the works.
She's going.
She's going to Colorado. Okay, they're going on a road
She's
trip.
going to sing frog songs. No, yes, she's going.
They're going on a road trip.
frog songs. Hey, so he is our band. Quack 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 quack.
All I have to do is let Dave hear him
Quack quack.
talking about me and him, about
Yeah.
Dave and I. Let Dave hear that, and oh my gosh, we'll be in his truck speeding out there.
Taking Lex, we're taking Lexi on her graduation trip. Get in the car, get in the truck, Lexi.
Yeah, I can't let him hear that. I just told him a little bit.
So he got
I can't
pissed.
let him
He
hear it.
got pissed, and he didn't even hear that.
No, only from the little bit I told him.
Oh dear. All righties, kids. Thanks to the moderators. Thanks you guys for being here. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, Jeanette. Thank you, Moo. Thank you, Scooter. Thank you, Spacey. Thank you, everybody. Goodbye.
Thank you,
to the moderators.
Carolyn.
Goodbye, everybody. Love you. Purse.
Bye.
God bless you
See
guys.
ya.